Okay, it would seem I am now live from Hyde Park Speakers Corner. I'm hoping I'm going to be able to set this up so I don't have to hold the actual phone. So for anyone that's just tuned in, just bear with me while I sort the phone out. Try and tighten this up. And then hopefully I will be able to hold it. Like so. That's much better. Hopefully you're getting quite a nice still picture. Red Eye Jedi, thanks for tuning in. Ricardo, nice to see you. John Watson, oi oi, hello. I'm here at Hyde Park Speakers Corner today. It is coming up to the end of April now. It's a bit chilly today, it's rained a little bit. But yeah, so far so good. Actually, just before going live, spoken to a couple people. These two guys here, had a really interesting conversation with them. If they're happy to go on camera, I will carry on the conversation with them. Really interesting conversation. This guy here has brought this banner here. Reese, are you alright going on camera? Or do you want me to just put the banner on camera?
It's up to you.
Yeah. Alright, I'll pop the banner on camera first. So this is Reese's banner. Hi Amanda, thanks for tuning in. Graham, Gatto Fish, thanks for tuning in. Hopefully you're seeing it okay. So he's brought this banner with him, which I think some of you might recognise. Can you let me know if you can hear me all right? If so, I'll turn the volume up or try and do something. My Bluetooth mic is no longer working, so unfortunately I'm having to just speak into the phone. With a bit of luck, you can hear me. That's that guy over there blowing the whistle. Over there. He keeps blowing the whistle. Every time someone's talking over him, he starts blowing the whistle to shut everyone up. It's so funny. So I'll take you over there a little bit later and you can see what's going on. Oh, hi my darling. Good to see you. Great to see you. How are you doing? Good. Yeah, just had someone else arrive. I won't pop them on camera and put them on like that. Just telling everyone what's going on over there. They just heard the whistle blow, so I was just letting them know what's going on. We've got allegedly Dave there. He's chatting to those guys over there. I think some of you that may have tuned into Content Over Everything, if you did, you would have caught Dave Murphy live on there just a short while ago. He is there. So he's having a pretty in-depth conversation with these guys. Not sure if they want to go on camera though, so I will just keep my distance for a bit. And I'm just going to come over here to these guys. It's all right, the camera's going over that way. Are you guys alright being on camera at any point?
I don't really like being on camera. Yeah, I don't really like being on camera.
No worries. Yeah. So as I thought, not everyone wants to be on camera like close up today. So I will do my best, but they are having a really, open conversation, which is positive. So all's going well so far. I've had a good couple of conversations. Yeah.
When did you get in there?
Just after half one. So it's not. Yeah, it's been all right. And surprisingly enough, the conversations have been good so far. Quite refreshing to see, and I've seen a couple of new faces as well. So. Really? What was it like when you came here last time? I'm not going to say his name, all right? But I'm just speaking to someone that was at Bedford level, and he's come up to here. No. It feels a bit Punch and Judy.
Away from it.
Yeah. What kind of things were they talking about when you were here? Like workers' rights?
More things like that.
Yeah.
Stuff. Then you had all the Thatcher lot, and so it was totally different from what we're talking about now.
Yeah. Well, most of them are having a religion argument. Most of them are. Most of them are arguing about whose God's better than the other God. So. Realistically speaking, it's for me.
One creator.
Yeah, even if can't you all just agree there's a creator and just leave it at that and not spend years battling it out the way they're battling it out? To me, that's borderline insane. But still, chat room. Thank you so much for being here with us so far. As you all know, it kind of gets a little bit busier come like 4 o'clock-ish, 5 o'clock-ish. So, as I said, we've got the banners set up here at the corner. We've got mine, as you all know. I've got FE Start and Official Flat Earth UK. And for any of you that want to check Reese out, he's here today. This is his banner. and it's got his Instagram. So if any of you are on Instagram, by all means, just click reese.t97 and check out what he's got going on there. And also above it there, we've got festart.co.uk. Actually, Reese's one's a lot more cleaner than mine, so I'll just come off of it and stop walking on it. But yeah, he's got pretty much all of the same information that I have, so I'm just going to bring you in close so that you can all see what's on this. Can you see that, guys? Can all of you see it? So that's in the first box, and all that's really talking about is, you know, an acceptance that something exists is true, what is, you know, to believe something. And then obviously some bits and pieces about water. And then here, obviously, we've got the creator of one of the blue marbles. And here, talking a little bit about crepuscular rays. Whoops, maybe I'll just zoom out a little bit, sorry. Talking about crepuscular rays. Here, obviously, the Pythagorean theorem for curvature for a ball with the infamous radius of 39.59 miles. Yeah, it's a good laugh, this, isn't it? It's a real good laugh. Good. It's a good laugh. And me, myself, down at Brighton with Dr. John, right there, that number 9 mark right there where my foot is, where the number 9 is, I've witnessed the lack of drop myself firsthand with that rate of mileage when I went down to Brighton with Dr. John, Dave Marsh. Yeah, saw that a couple of times, even took my kid the third time when we went to do the 21 mile observation. What was the name of that storm that came in? Storm Freya, I think it was, closed in on us. But we did see the laser, we did see it, 21 miles. Probably shouldn't have seen that, you know, there should have been like a 200-foot drop at 20 odd miles. So yeah, that one kind of didn't stand up to our, you know, first-hand observations either. Sorry. And then in the last few boxes there, it's got some things about Cavendish as well. I don't know if you guys can read that. Sorry, I don't need to zoom in too much. How interestingly, what are you going to do with it? You're going to go out and do some observations? That would be good. That would be good. So, and there I am with my banner. So, let me see. So we've got, I'll just walk away actually. Let me walk away because I don't want to put anyone on camera that doesn't want to be on camera. But I'm just going to walk away in this direction so I can turn around and show you from a little distance how many people are congregated at Speaker's Corner. Hello, Jason of the Disbury. Thank you so much for joining. Good stuff. So, we have got one banner there. Not my banner, nothing to do with me. I'm going to take you guys up to show you that in a bit. I think we've got some of Savagne's work on that banner. Reese has put some of Savagne's 200 proofs evidence on there. That's Reese's banner, as I said, disclaimer, nothing to do with me, that's Reese's stuff. Then I've got my banners there, not my banners, my banner and Reese's banner. Some people talking there, and then we've got, I'll just zoom out. And then all the way down to the CAF, like all the way past on the other side there, you've got people over there as well. I would guess is probably a few hundred people. Ah, look, my good friend Leslie, that guy there. I've been talking to him ever since I started coming to Speaker's Corner. He's got some interesting views and points on things as well. And he's been coming here for years, every single week. So yeah, as you can see, there's a few people mingling and having a chat. And I think you already know that we don't chase people around Speaker's Corner screaming the earth's flat. We do wait to have a conversation with people until they're ready to have a conversation or want to, you know, ask something about it or question us on some of the bits and pieces that we're here to talk about. So I will come to you guys in the chat room. Just bear with me a second. Lee Redpath, Sarah Leepa, hi darling. No, Savannah is not here. Hold on. I will. Reese, Jason Disbury said to say hi to you, my darling.
Okay.
He's here with me. Hold on, I'm just gonna do a little selfie. Here's Reese, here's me. He's here. I'm just gonna realise I did not even show them this banner. I forgot this one was over here. As I walked over there, I was like, you know what? Got another banner here, so I'm gonna show you that now. And there is Savannah's work at the top. Right at the top there, so I'm going to give you a good look. So I want to know if you guys can read what's on this banner. Can you read it? Is it in focus? And I will come back to the chat room in a minute. So he's got some information on GPS towers and Eleran. Yeah, you can read that, yeah? I'm holding it as still as I possibly can. I haven't got the big tripod out yet. I'm not brave enough to get the big tripod out and put up just my phone on it. Everyone's got big professional cameras and I've just got my phone. But actually, I don't even want to step on the banner. It's so fresh and new. So I'm going to hold it here. Sorry, yeah, a little shaky. I'm so sorry. I'm going to do my best to start holding it more still. And then he's got here this map. The Hammond's... What? The Hammond's Air Age map of the world. Not seen that before. Has anyone else seen that? I'm probably a bit slow. I'm not really into looking at maps, to be honest with you. I'm still trying to research the one that's hung on my wall. But yeah, I've not seen that one before. Is anyone else? And I'll come to the chat room in a bit. And sorry, I'm just putting my bag back on my shoulder. Oh, cool, you have, Lee. Yeah, I have. It's on yours. Okay, cool, Jason. Sorry, mate. Melting points, aluminium, titanium. And if you think satellites exist, well, man's got some imagery to show you otherwise. And then up here, just going to zoom in so you can see it. Hold on. Trying to get over it. Hold on. Can you see that? He's got some heliocentrism suggestions there, some relative density, optics. Yeah, Ruben will be here. Ruben, yeah. He's just probably a bit later. Someone asking for Ruben, love it. And we've got another image there. And just a little bit here about some cognitive dissonance. So, I'm just going to back off a little bit and let you see what's good. Actually, let me go here. It's probably a bit better. People are not really up for the camera today, guys. I'm not really sure what that's all about, man. Like, no, everyone's just like, no, I don't want to be on camera. Like, even now, people are like looking at me a bit shady for putting the camera up. So, it's like, can you see, like, everyone's having conversations, but like not on camera. Like, those people there, these guys here, those two guys that I was telling you I was speaking to earlier on, them two. A lot of people, like, there's normally way more cameras out. I'll take you into the crowd. You know, normally when I go into the crowd, you see everyone's hands up with their phones out. Just gonna do the best I can here without putting too many people on camera, and then I'll come back to Dave Murphy. I've left him talking to them people there. But if you look, you'll see like there's not a lot of cameras out. Like, it's almost like it's like a severe lack of people taking footage. Like, there's normally way more cameras than this. So I'm seeing some people that normally troll us, and there's something that's going on in here. I'm going to get round and see what's going on. Okay, so Okay, so that's what's going on here. And then this guy is here. It's kind of... Okay, so and I'm wondering if you guys hear the noise of that, yeah? Now, do you see why we come over here? Because there's no point in shouting in amongst all of that shouting. There really isn't. There's just no point in doing that. So now I'm just going to go back and you'll see. Yeah, same crowd, same people that are arguing about the same things, Jason. Week in, week out. I just don't see that as being productive. People are screaming about the problems and no one's talking about the solutions. Like, I don't know when people are actually going to get off their backsides and stand up and do something instead of standing there and arguing, you know? I don't get it. So, at the moment, I'm just trying to... Hi. Yeah. So I'm just trying not to invade anyone's space where people have already said they don't want to conversate. So if I show you some feet, we've got the guys that Dave's talking to over here and these guys here, but they don't really want to talk on camera. So me actually being live just now is stopping me from talking with these people. Not everybody. As I said, Barry's speaking to some people over there. Reese is over there with his banner. We've got this guy taking a picture here, which a lot of people are doing, by the way. A lot of people are taking pictures and then going off and having a think. And as you know, quite a few people will normally kind of do the rounds and then come back and have a chat to us about an hour later once they've had time to absorb what these banners are saying, because some of these people are not ready for hearing this conversation, you know. Some people just not up for having the conversation yet. So I'm optimistic as ever. I can obviously give people an option if they don't want to be on camera. I can put the camera on me and then, sorry, it's just a bit chilly. Hi, Ranty, how are you? And sorry, while I'm standing here, Paul Keeling, Shaya, Emma, hello. Thank you for tuning in. Dabbing Good, thank you for tuning in. And Lee Breadpath, my darling. Nathan Oakley, thank you very much for tuning in. Clive, thanks for being here, darling. Sultan, thanks for being here. National Memorial Gardens, thanks for tuning in and taking the time out to be here. Cheers. I hope so too. I am so far. So all good so far. Yeah, Ruben is very cool and he'll hopefully be here soon. Obviously, as like me, he's got family and he's got other commitments as well. So if he can, reach an hour to come down here, that'd be awesome. Also, What Shape Is the World and his beautiful partner, if they're managing to get down here today, that'd be awesome. I'll check my messages in a minute. Still Earth Journey, thank you so much. Tree Hugger Dave Mahoney, thank you so much. Shire Eyes to See, thanks so much. Just got a message from my daughter asking if I'm okay, which I am. I'm okay, Jessie, I'm fine. I'm just looking in the chat room, making sure. Zazabum AM. Hi all, love and light. Hello, my darling. Yeah, it's busy. If I raise it up and show you over there. Hi, Ruben, over there. There's good people over there as well. Everywhere around here. So yeah, it's good. It's picking up. But that's normally what happens, right? After we've been here for a couple of hours, the numbers start picking up. But I feel like people need time to kind of digest what these boxes are saying and then kind of come to their own conclusions and ask the questions that they want to ask. And when they do, hopefully it'll be a substantial conversation. But there is no point in, flagging people down and screaming at them. Oh, I'd love one.
Which place?
Pret, probably. Pret. It's just on that corner there. Could I have a latte with a double shot of espresso? And could I get some pouring cream in it if they have it? If not, just some squirty cream. Double shot and some pouring cream if possible. Thank you so much, my darling. To everybody who remembers the awesome distilled coffee that was at Bedford, the gentleman that made the distilled coffee has just gone to go and get me a coffee. I'm not drinking Coca-Cola, guys. In fact, This is not a plug for a product at all. I'm trying to do alternatives to Coca-Cola. So do you know what my alternative is today? This. Okay? Yeah? Is that okay? It's better than a can of Coke, right? I'm not drinking cans of Coke or bottles of Coke. Yes, I'm having a coffee and I'm probably doing a million things wrong with what's going in my coffee. And yes, it's not non-dairy. I'm not completely out with the moo juice yet, but I'm getting there. Oh, crikey. Are you telling me, is this bad, Jason? Is this from Vietnam? Wait, hold on. Oh, crikey. And how did you know that? Thank you. Jason, answer me. How did you know that? Oh, it's lovely. Okay, good. Good. It's lovely. Good. So, hopefully, I've impressed a few of you by not choosing the Coca-Cola brand to be my drink of choice today. I have chosen some Cocoa Fusion 100 mango tasting sparkling coconut water. All right? One is trying to preserve one's life. Everyone has told the ham. Hi, how you doing? How you doing? I've got someone here, as you will know, Jason as well, the distilled coffee person. I don't want to say his name because I don't know if he wanted to be involved like publicly on the live stream. Obviously, as you know, guys, not everyone's able to come on camera and kind of go, yeah, this is who I am, because of how society's rigged. It's brilliant, isn't it? Afternoon, darling. Hope you and the lovely Carla are all right, and the kids and whatnot. And yeah, anyone who hasn't done so already, please go over to Dr. John Dee's channel and check out the findings from the Bedford level, because it looks like we're going to go again in October. So yeah, that's going to be a good look. That is going to be a very good look. I'm definitely going. I don't know about everyone else, but I'm there for freaking sure. So, right, I'm just going to tighten up this little thingy-majig. It's quite stiff to do. I'm not quite sure how to do it. 1 second, guys. Hold on. Sorry for the shaky camera. I do actually have a tripod, which, if it's not too over the top, right, guys, I want a chat room vote. Everybody in the chat room vote, okay? I've got my phone and I've got this tripod, okay? Okay, admittedly, one of the things missing. Shall I put my phone on the tripod so that you guys stop having this kind of shaky camera thing? Because I think it probably would be better, right? And hopefully you can still hear me properly. So if you can hear me, tripod, yeah? Clive Albert, it's tripod time, okay. Right, so what I'll do then is I'll just put this little tripod on the ground and hopefully not break the phone, because that's probably not going to be very helpful. I am trying to give you guys a better live feed today. I am trying to better myself for you, for myself, and for the documentation of my stuff. So, okay. Admittedly, this might not look very good for a minute, so you might have to just bear with me. Also, not sure how to use this tripod, so you're just going to have to bear with me again. Okay, we're nearly there. Just unscrew this. Whoops. Hold on, guys. Sorry about the view. One sec. Just need to take the phone off. Put it there for a sec. So maybe. Whoa. Plus, I've got to put the charger on now, so this is going to be funny. And I swear down, I'm not going to be able to charge it with that on, so now I've got to do this. Alright, so. Oh, yeah. Sorry, guys. We'll get there eventually. Don't worry. Roxanne is not a professional. I'm just trying to give you a better picture, which, with a bit of luck, I will do. So.
But I think that's what's definitely true is that we'll all be right. There's only one way of finding out. Actually taking a boat there and you either come back, you don't come back.
This guy just here, he's just said to these two boys he knows we're being lied to. I don't know if you just heard that. I did. If this guy's willing to talk on camera, I've got a funny feeling it's going to be a good look. In the meantime, I'm going to get this phone on charge before my live stream goes down. Just the case. Cheers.
That reference to the Bible. I think it's bizarre. I'm not 100% convinced myself because I have my own thought.
That's exactly where I am. I'm not 100% convinced either. I just know that some of the things are not accurate, right?
Which things are not accurate?
Well,
The mainstream narrative or this?
mainstream narrative.
Yeah, mainstream narrative is controlled by paedophile rings.
Right.
So that's a big problem. You can't. If you make the association with Jimmy Savile, BBC,
Yeah. Oh, wait. Are you okay
Weinstein-
being on camera? Sorry, I was on camera there.
I don't want to.
No, that's all right. I've got it on me. Sorry.
Okay,
I'm there.
you
So,
can be on camera.
you're just off camera.
That's why I'm
Okay. No worries.
If people can make the association, Jimmy Savile, BBC, pedophile rings,
Yeah.
you can't trust them.
Yeah.
People really, that's what I try to do.
Yeah.
Sometimes I'm worried, but you get it. So.
Yeah, totally. Just getting people to question what they've been taught by the mainstream narrative and not taking it as a given. Because clearly, if it was a given, none of us would even get 5 seconds to think about what we're talking about. You get where I'm coming from. So let me just get this on charge, guys.
What's interesting is on YouTube, this is one of the most censored things.
Yeah, and that again.
Has me thinking.
Me too, right? Why censor it if it's harmless discussion, you know? Right, exactly. Can you guys hear this guy's voice? Can you? Hopefully you can. Is this phone charging? Yes, it is. Okay. Can you hear anything but me? Are you able to hear anything? Can you hear and can you see? Can you hear? Can you see? I don't even know where I should be looking. Yes, good. That is good. Good. Right. So, what I'm going to do now is I'm going to put the charger in the bag. And apparently, Jason, this tripod has a hooky thing. And I believe I'm supposed to put weight in the bag that's on the hooky thing, or it's yeah, so that the tripod doesn't do that and fall over. So yeah, like I said, Roxanne's not a professional. She's trying to be. Emma UK, thank you for windy days. Is it windy? It's kind of windy, Jason. Well, it's not permanently windy, but it keeps windying up like bits and pieces. So yeah, I think I'm just gonna. Should we just be safe than sorry, because Roxanne breaks a lot of things. So I'm not really trying to break stuff today, guys. With that being said, here goes nothing. I bought my lab coat as well, guys. In case anyone tries to get smart with me. Bought the lab coat. Just in case anyone wants to get smart Alec with me. Not making any claims, not pushing anything on anyone. Like this guy here just said, just questioning what we've been taught. Does anyone else question what they've been taught? They're just taking it as a given. Given that we can clearly see it's not what we've been taught. This guy says, if it was so harmless, why censor it on YouTube? He's right. Why censor it on YouTube? It's okay, the camera's this way, not that way. Yeah, everyone looks incredibly concerned. I'm having to constantly like go, don't worry, you're not on film. It's okay, camera's on me. All right, you're not on blast. Okay, so this bag is now going to go underneath said tripod. Hopefully everything is going to just run tickety-boo, and this phone is going to accept the charge, which it's doing. We like that, we like that. We like that a lot. And we just, no, we don't want to do that. Okay, I'm going to get to the chat room in a minute. I'm so sorry if I haven't paid attention. I will scroll up in a second once I can just let go of this phone. So, I don't know, you're not really that keen with these.
I'm not bothered.
Good.
Like he's talking about being a convoy. He went,
Oh, look, guys, it's the troll of not you. Get out of the way, darling. He's talking about him. Do you remember him, guys? Look. Where's my hand? Oh, you can't see him now. You can see him over that guy's shoulder. He's over there. Hold on, let me move my tripod. Let me move the old tripod. Okay, hold on, let's get it. Okay, so where's the camera? That guy there? Jason, do you remember him? Yeah? So, cool. That guy you're talking about, he's like a known troll.
Oh, is he?
He's been on us since last year.
Well, he
still...
said, I've actually been up to the cockpit.
Oh, of course he has.
Well, I'm sure when they're at Mach 2, don't they have the second screen
Has he got
up?
the evidence with him?
No.
Is he showing
They
us?
have the screen come up, and I'm sure they can't see out of them properly when they come up. I'm sure I researched something that said you can't see when the second screen comes up.
See?
The Mach flight.
See? You see, everyone? What can we do? What can we do if that is the kind of stuff we're dealing with? Or perhaps I should put the camera... I'm trying to think where I should put my camera. Maybe I'm going to go over there, actually. Yeah, that's what I thought. That might be a better look, yeah. So I'm going to take all my kerfuffle and I'm going to go here. And I'm going to face it kind of that away to give myself enough distance so that you guys can see what's good. Hold on. Thank you so much for the coffee. Much appreciated, darling. Oh, what is that?
Holiday silver for you.
Oh, wow. Oh, thank you. Now, I've been looking into that a little bit. Can we talk about that a little bit as well? Great. That's awesome, because that is something that I was talking with a couple of people about the other day. Yeah. So there you go. I'm going to let everybody see what's around. So we've got everyone over there, and I think you'll be able to see... There we go. There's allegedly Dave there. He's still talking to those guys over there. Yeah, I'm not in a rush, guys. I'm here for a good couple of hours, so I'm not rushing this. I'm going to enjoy it and take my time. Look, got a couple of guys engaging with each other, and pretty much the information's there for them on the banner. If they want to interact, I'm here to interact with them. And as you know, people don't mess about. They'll come forth when they want to talk about it. But for some of these people, this is the first time they're looking at some of this stuff. Some of these people aren't ready to engage yet. Do you know what I mean? They're not ready to engage yet. And if they're not ready, I can't force people that aren't ready. Is that what you want me chasing people down there, screaming the ass flat? Not going to do it. Sorry, love. Okay, so now, hopefully, the next time someone wants to come up and have a chit chat, we can, hopefully, on camera. In the meantime, Paul has just shown me. Can I show you? This is colloidal silver. And what would you say this is used for?
Use it. It's great for every day. Teaspoon a day, stops you getting colds, flu. It's a great antibiotic. Really good for you. You just make it from pure silver and distilled water.
Okay.
Running
Someone in the chat room saying keep it out of the sun.
Yes, keep it out of the sun. Yes.
Cool.
Otherwise it goes light. You'll see it. You know if it's gone off, but it'll go light. Basically, with silver, you've got a bit kit with 2 pure silver rods hanging into distilled water, and then you run a small current through it.
Right.
I think mine's 27 volts, and you just leave it until it gets to the setting you want. I've got a what's the tester? TDC tester, so I can test the parts per billion. And then when it's at what you want, you take it out,
Nice.
filter it, and jar it.
Nice. People in the chat room, fantastic for healing. Nice one, Emma.
And look into distilled water.
Look into distilled water as well. I would suggest that as well. Clive Albert says good stuff. Emma says we use it all the time. Andy says keep it out the sun. Sherlock Holmes, world leaders saucy. No fellatio needed. If you show me a ball without curve, I'll believe in space again. She doesn't feel she's spinning. Sorry, she doesn't. Don't see bendy water. Sorry, I'm just going through the chat room now, guys. Guy with the cowboy hat is getting a big crowd. Yeah, he is. But I don't know if you've seen some of the lives before. It's like pretty much the same stuff with the same people. The same people are arguing. The same people are chit-chatting, saying the same thing that they were saying last month and the month before and the month before that and the month before that and the month before that. And if some of you want to see it, I'll take you over there eventually later on and we'll go and have a look. It's not a problem. Okay, so I'm going to say hi to everyone. Flat Earth Dude rocks. How you doing, my darling? Nice to see you in the chat room. Thanks for taking the time out to watch. Sherlock Holmes, Master Bevs, nice to see you in the chat room, my darling. Jason of the Disbury, thanks for still being here. Astral Thief, good to see you, sweetheart. Sherlock Holmes again. AK, Red Eye Jedi, Emma. I'm going to go further up, sorry. Schmetterling. Thanks for tuning in. Sorry, I was just seeing if I said that right. Clive Albert. Shia, I used to see. Brandon Esteban. Chinese writing or Japanese writing. Hello. Hi. Oxbow Spirit. Josh Thomas. Ricardo. Sonny Lee. Dabbing Good. Melon Farmer. Christopher Lee, Graham, UK Truth, Paul Keeling, El Quillo, thanks for tuning in. So, adios, Sherlock Holmes. Robin, thank you so much for tuning in. If the sound's a little bit crap today, it's because I haven't got a microphone. I have got headphones with a microphone, but given that said, I'm not going to be able to move too far away. So if the sound does get rubbish, I'll swap to the headphones that have got a microphone and see if I can give you some better sound quality there. But I think I'm pretty good with doing it this style this time, and you know, pretty much waiting for someone to come over and have a conversation. I'm not up for you know, punching people with it. So we'll see. We'll see. Having a little discussion about it. So you can see.
Somebody's done a bit more research.
Yeah.
Yeah, sure.
I think so, yeah. I think it would be useful for people. I think the more people that can start talking openly about that as well would be really helpful. Yeah.
They recommend eating apples and eating seeds.
Can you hear? Can you guys
we
hear?
have, in our body we have.
Double O, hold on. Brother, hello, my darling. I haven't got Skype on my phone, so text me. Text me until I get home because I haven't got Skype. I forgot to say that this morning. No Skype, sorry.
So in our bodies we've got CBD receptors. We have for cannabis oil and that. We have iodine receptors, and we also have cyanide, things store cyanide to fight cancers and things like that. But a lot of it's been taken out of our diet. Iodine used to be in our bread, which it isn't anymore. A lot of people, they reckon up to 75% of people are deficient on iodine, which
So
is
you're
causing a
hearing
lot of
this?
thyroid and cancer problems, which controls
Really?
all your repairing in your
Yeah.
body.
See? The amount of things that we're kept from, the amount of things that we don't know. Well, I don't know anyway. I stopped saying we. The amount of things I don't know. Don't want to say we. Piss anyone off today, do I? So, yeah, we retracted. That sounded wrong
You know,
as well,
100
didn't it?
years ago, cannabis oil was used for over 130 treatments, I think.
And has anyone else seen JFK Jr.'s JFK's nephew campaigning for the anti-vax? He's
Yes, yes.
talking about all the cases where
Well, look at Trump. Trump's pushing for everyone to be vaccinated now. Yet in 2012, he was saying don't.
I do hear that, and I do see
He's
how it's kind
anti-vax.
of that's what I was going to say. He's anti-vax, so I know disinformation's necessary, and I know he was saying they've got to get their shots, but then you could say so with the media. The media have got to get their shots as well, haven't they? So, you know, 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. You know what I mean?
See them do it first. Then maybe other countries.
Just panning around, can you see Dave Murphy there? Just started talking to someone over there, but as you can see, there's no cameras over there, so I'd rather the message gets across. We don't need to get right in there all the time and put people off because there's a camera in their face. And those that do want to come up and talk, they will. You'll see. I don't believe it's pink. I think that's it.
In the Quran it says it does say that we're
not global people.
Yeah, the guy Shamsi asked him.
I'll tell you.
Ram denial. So what? So we're not flat, we're not round. What?
Pythagorean is what the rate per
You saw a laser beyond 21 miles. Even 100 miles, that's one goal. They won't hit the moon on 100 miles.
My claim, this is the Ministries of Education internationally, okay? So this is the claim that's been made. If you look at the rate of jobs, like this rate,
Why on understand is when the sun is here, it's night sunrise. It's night sunrise, the sun is here. That's what I understand.
And then I was
I don't really understand. It's a bit round. If it was flat, then everyone would have sun at the same time. Everyone would have night at the same time. That would require us to be upside down on the same side at the same time.
it gives them a good latitude to see.
It's fear that way. So it keeps us governed. It's weird things. Keep everybody in control. It made sense to me, so I didn't really question it.
No, all I'm saying is this, I'm saying firsthand, and not firsthand this claim.
What's your plan? I know what you're trying to say, but I understand the logic. I understand the logic.
They're not
So education
Yeah, at one point they thought it was flat, so they got it wrong. So what? So if they got it right, you're going to reject everything that they say? I know, but...
What's up, people? Hey, Jason. Flutter Fucker, how you doing? Sorry, don't mean to take up Roxanne's. Fashionably late at night. Robin.
Yeah, but you don't just... If you don't accept that, then you start doing your own digging. You don't just say, I deny it.
What up, Ricardo?
We'll find out. Like, you're bad.
No, that one is, but it's got the same reason. This here is a claim.
Yeah. I'm sure they jacked up the facts. Is that what it's saying?
Debate. This guy firsthand did the Oxford debate.
Flat Earth dude, how you doing? So guys, I'm gonna get out of the way.
Is it?
Don't put any.
Even if it's not... Even if it's
Question
not...
everything.
But even if it's not...
The main thing is it's the lie. If they're lying about something like that, why do they need to? What else are they lying about?
And that is cool. And people hold them so hard that they can think and that's I'm so I don't subscribe to giving God a name. I'm not giving him a name.
Yeah, it's like saying, why is it still monkeys available?
Wow. Nah, you don't come here for that. You don't come here for that.
I just know that this is not a joke. When it comes from a big brand, we're not even manipulating of nothing from the biggest. Sorry, I don't know if some of the people want to be on camera, so I'm not really willing to. Hey, gorgeous girl. So nice to see you.
She's saying,
Yeah, been here since half one.
question
What I'm starting to realise.
question what the schools teach us. One point she said they taught us that there's variable women
So yeah, Ruben and his lovely partner have just arrived, so that's who I've just gone on camera, off camera to say hi to. I think you saw Ruben arrive. But yeah.
They can't. Sometimes they don't know. They'll go on Furies. Makes best sense to them. I'm not defending them. I'm just saying that's what they do. And Columbus as well when he went around the world. What about Christopher Columbus when he went around the world? But that's how he did the world was right, when he went around on the voyage. And it ended up in the same place. So he said he went like this.
Circumnavigation. They talk about infinite space.
You think this planet's infinite land? It's infinite land.
Then when you look at
This guy persuaded me. I was half like,
Just look. There's 100. This isn't my time. This is the Ministries of Education.
you're going to binge watch him all.
That's an insult to me.
I don't know about those ones, yeah, but
I took exams on this. I did my GCSEs like everybody else. I don't know what country, if you live in this country or another country, but we've all taken our exams in the business. Why do that? Why have people in school being totally enriched and go to the education?
Yeah, the prediction of that.
I think Fast and the Fury, it's not proven. That's the only thing they got to run. They couldn't prove it. They can't prove it. They just say that's the most logical thing out of all the things thrown out there. That's the only thing they can go. It's not proven. But they admit that. I know they're driving it home a bit, but they still say
They use NASA.
what about the satellites? Yeah. What about the satellites? You're telling me the satellites don't have a global switch?
Then you can make a decision. Both ways.
You never see going over a satellite. And they said so
Well, unbiased opinion. I will look into it. I'll genuinely look into it.
Even that looks global. Even that's very good. That picture there looks very
Now, the rate of progression, as you lift yourself up off the ball, the horizon will grow. So when you're on a beach, the horizon's there. When you're on a plane, the horizon's there. The horizon's there. It didn't drop away at all.
You're onto something, but it's maybe you find yourself.
You visualise what I'm saying? If you come along, eventually, you should be able to see behind you. You should be legally bound. And anyway, I'm actually following what I said to you today. I beg you, stop the man.
No, it's up there with a question mark. Try and check it. No, there's. If you're a regular, these people just missionaries full of it. So everyone just pull it to their own. No, it's just become the series, become the regular thing. They got one or two, and then everyone else just kind of argue with their point. That's it. Just back and forth, slow on each other's religion.
Which I feel like is a bit important if you are on your mission with your religion.
To be honest with you, I don't. A lot of Muslims, you find that Muslims don't do that much, but from what I've seen, literally, I don't know, make claims that you want to answer them, they'll give you the time to start shouting.
You're going to make a claim.
I'll give a person another chance who kind of that.
Correct. Thank you so much. Cheers. Okay, so guys, are you able to hear anything that's being said? Are you able to hear? No. Okay, no worries. Stan's not working. Not working out. Okay, talk to me. Not really. Maybe I could turn the volume up. No, volume's already. Okay, so when I... Not when we're chatting. Okay, stand closer. All right, I'll do my best. I'm gonna see how long this wire is. I'm gonna see if that helps, because that probably would have helped. So, I'm really sorry, guys. I did not mean that. So I'm just gonna see. Let me see how much it's charged by. Charge is a bit low. Thank you. I appreciate that. I really do. You know, for the sake of having a steady camera, I've like foregone the audio. My Bluetooth mic. My Bluetooth mic stopped working, so that was a bit of an F one. I only discovered it wasn't working this morning as well. But yeah, that conversation I felt went really well. Like we came up against a few barriers, but I felt like I had an answer for each of the issues that he came up with, and that's what I want to come up with, solutions to questions. I don't want the questions to become never ending and then it becomes a rally of who's, one-upmanship on answers. I feel that that's, a bit of a damp squib. The claim of a spin. Okay, that's not our Globe Live channel, that's a different Globe Live channel. Okay, so hello to the Globe Live. Thanks for tuning in. Thanks, Amanda Penza. As I said to you, the later on in the day, I'm just going to listen for this, yeah? So, I will. Promise you. I'll get them to come closer next time. But I just want to do something. I'm going to test this out real quick, yeah? Wrench who? Wrench. What? Eh? What are you talking about? Is that Globe? No, that's... See, the Globe Live? You changed the picture, Jason. What, who's... Confused? Welp. Well, I don't know what's going on. Sorry to all the viewers for Fokker. Yes, and as a moderator. Is that what you guys are talking about? Not with it for nothing. All right, Fokker, you now have a spanner. I don't know why you didn't have a spanner in the first place. Thank you so much for tuning in. All right, I'm gonna take the charger out for. I don't really want to take the charger out, but look, I'm just gonna test something. I'm just gonna see how far away. Might go to about there, which is about a metre away. So I'm kind of hopeful that at least I could get like a metre away. And if you guys can just bear with me a little bit longer while I charge up the phone. It's on like 40%, but it's using up a lot of battery for me to be live. But I'm getting there. Okay, so as you can see, there's quite a big crowd now. Okay, so look, I'm gonna just pan round and let you see. Okay, so it's starting here. Do you want me to take you in there so you can hear what Dave's saying? Yeah? Yeah? I'm just going to make my own mind up, guys, and I'm just going to do it. So... You know what? I see content over everything's camera there as well, so you might be able to tune into content over everything. He has got a... Wait, hold on. Is everything alright in the chat room? Hi DRLA02. Barry, yeah, he's doing great. Fifi the butterfly, no, Karen said she's investigating it. She voice messaged me and she said she might get solicitors involved. It seems that her channel's been badly attacked, so yeah, I'll give you more of an update when I get one. No worries, Fokker, you're more than welcome. I don't know, we're not the... No, but yeah, hi to the Globely anyway. Whoever you are, darling, great name for a channel. That's smacking the hell out of the sheep. Oh, thanks, darling. Now, just doing my little bit, man, having my conversation. Dave's in beast mode right now. So I've got so many bags. I've got my handbag, I've got my rucksack, I've got the tripods, all sorts of stuff going on, and I do not want to lose any of it. So, yes, I'll show you Dave. That's what I'm going to do now. So I'm just going to grab the I'll get there eventually, guys. Sorry. No. Hopefully you're going to be able to hear this. She says, hopefully. Bling bling. Nice to see you in the chat room, Tapa. Thank you for tuning in. Hope you're having a great day so far, everyone. Okay. I'm going to take you in. Show you Dave. I don't answer. I hope everyone's alright in the chat room. I can't pay too much attention because I'm in the midst of doing this, so give me a sec. It's like everyone other than me is getting like conversation in because they're not holding cameras, and no one really wants to talk to me because I'm holding a camera. It's good. Not. This goes to show, doesn't it? Okay, so right, no, let's go back to that way. Right, tell me, like when I get close to Dave, do me a favour if you can tell me if you hear what he's saying, yeah? Okay, so just let me know if you can hear him when he starts talking. If not, I'll try and do something else.
Well, I don't agree with it from many different angles, from a religious point of view, from an academic point of view,
We're talking about the moon. Look at the moon on a full moon, night on a full moon, yeah? Notice that the clouds around that moon are lit up really brightly, yeah? But the clouds further away are dark. Can't happen if the moon is 238,000 miles away, because apparently the moon is lighting up the whole side of the Earth. Why would it make those clouds bright and the one further away dark? Check it out next time there's a full moon. You know, it's a lot closer. All these things are a lot closer. If you look at the day when it like this, where it's broken clouds.
Okay, I'll try and do something else.
Clouds.
Hold on.
doesn't go around the Earth. Sometimes it gets closer, sometimes it doesn't. I mean, you always see a different projection of the moon. Sometimes the moon looks closer, sometimes
Yeah, me too, Ricardo.
How can that be if the moon is 220,000 miles? How can it be closer?
because you have to understand it goes around the Earth, at some point it goes right here. Depending on this, sometimes this time it might go depending on where you are. That's my understanding.
But again, if the moon is set this way, 238,000 miles, how can it be?
I don't think it's
Tell me if you can hear him better now.
No, it doesn't. Can't do. No, because it's only a very shallow ellipse. Yeah, it's only got an orbit that it's following. It can't come really close and really because it's 200.
What you're saying is when it orbits the Earth, the distance is exactly the same as it goes
The
around.
distance is between 238,000 miles and I think it's like 235 or 34 or something like that. It's not like a
It's not a
massive
big gap.
distance.
So you're saying it's more or less the exact
It's
same
more or less
distance.
exactly the same, but that's not what we see.
I haven't been to the moon. I wouldn't know.
No,
But
but
it's academic.
that's not what we see. We see it sometimes a tiny little moon and sometimes it's huge.
Pleasant, whoever, it matters because I don't want to live a lie.
You know, sometimes you see it looks bigger than it really looks. My understanding of that is, at that time of the month, the moon is just that little bit more closer to the Earth.
It's still
And then, say 3 months down the line,
It's still on
the way it
average-
spins, it might go a little bit
still
further
on
out.
average 238,000 miles away. It doesn't get any much closer than
But
that.
science is based on observation. The whole of the science is all based on
I know,
observation.
but this is what they're telling us. Yeah, I'm only
I couldn't
parroting what
go
they
by
tell
my
us.
observation.
I know. I see the same thing. I see the moon huge one day and
one
then
day, sometimes further out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But that only works if the moon is circling above us, directly above us. Yeah, and it doesn't circle, in around the equator. It literally goes from the Tropic of Capricorn to the Tropic of Cancer.
From a flat Earth point of view, what is the sun? What's
The sun's a light.
You'd have to find the people that are lying to find out that question. I'm not lying, so I wouldn't know why they're lying.
Have you ever heard of something called
All I know is that they are lying.
Right, sonoluminescences. If you fire ultrasonic sound into a jar of water, yeah, what will happen is the water will bubbles and then collapse the bubbles. And when the bubble collapses, it emits light, right? And when you fire this ultrasound,
You can also see other people absorbing the banner just now. Yeah, they're all taking it in,
They call it star in a jar.
slowing down and really having a good read. So it's a good look.
Sound waves, you create a light. Now that light isn't circular or square, it's just a light. It might express itself as a circle
But it has a
sometimes.
mass, right?
There's no mass, it's light. It's just a light that's created.
So the sun has no mass.
I don't know, I've never been there.
No,
It's
but,
a light.
but every heat source has some sort of mass. And when you burn something,
Well, no, because fire doesn't have mass.
no, but I'm saying from the root, you burn the coal or you burn the tree.
But this sonoluminescence, there's nothing there. It's just light being emitted because because there's no mass. There's literally a bubble that expands, and because it collapses so violently, it creates heat and light. Right, there's nothing there. It's just a light
No,
that's
I
created.
would love if someone actually can prove it.
Look up sonoluminescence.
I've seen it, just a jar experiment. But I can't run with that simple. That's one. You need to have
As
more.
an example, I mean, I'm just telling you that
I've seen that star in the jar. I've seen it.
the scientists don't know. They don't
Yeah, I
know
know,
what
but
the
science
sun
is
is.
based on observation.
The
Nobody knows
scientist
nothing.
doesn't know what this is. They're just making stuff up.
I don't know what you're discussing. I just came, but I'm just looking for a minute. But I just want to know what is the strongest proof that the Earth is flat? Like, what's the strongest proof? Give me something that I can.
My strongest proof is a gyroscope.
Gyroscope,
yeah?
right?
Now, in a plane, there's a thing called the artificial horizon. Yeah. Well, in the plane on the front. Have we got one on the? No. Anyway, artificial horizon. Yeah. It just shows the pilot exactly where the horizon is all the time. So when he does a bank, it stays horizontal. So at the
Thank
base
you, darling.
of
That's
that,
so sweet of you, Bling
artificial
Bling. If I
horizon is a
ever do come to
gyroscope.
Florida,
When you spin
you'll
a
be
gyroscope,
first on my
yeah,
list.
literally, you spin it.
Thank you so much, sweetheart. You'll be first on my list, Bling
Even
Bling.
if you twist the paper underneath, the stand underneath it, it'll just stay in its
What's happening to us? Thank you so much.
It doesn't want to move. Yeah? And if it does move, it moves 90 degrees away from when you push it.
Okay.
Why do you
Weird
believe
thing,
in it? Why would
okay?
you believe in it?
Is this a
Why would it
fact?
be something you need to believe in?
It's not a belief.
So
No,
when
that question. Do you believe in flat Earth? See the derogatory slur you had when you said it. So discriminatory.
The word belief, the word
Did you hear
belief.
the tone of your voice as you said, "Do you believe in flat Earth?"
Yeah, but that's
It's
not
like a joke
interpretation.
to
I'm from a
you.
different culture, you know, you might not understand
artificial
that.
horizon will look
I don't mean it the way.
Straight away, now we've got a division in cultures. I'm from a different culture.
Because you believe
So
the way I've
triggered
said
me,
something.
bro.
going like that.
With the culture more.
No, it's not triggering me. I'm just saying that is that where we are? Is that where we are? Honestly.
How are you taking that? Why does
No, I'm
I
not.
asked you,
I'm not.
do you
I was
believe
like,
in flat Earth?
so am I not allowed
The way I
to?
said it, somehow it
I wanted to talk about the background. I'm not offended. I wanted to talk about the background of why we react like that as people. Not you particularly, because I've noticed. Why is it a belief?
You can go from the USA to Japan.
Why is it a belief to
That's
you?
what belief means.
All right, let's have another conversation. Yeah? I don't believe in flat Earth, but I know the globe's
Oh,
alive.
you can do it in both.
How about that?
Both.
in the flat Earth.
Yes, because
Do you want to have a conversation now? All right, so how about that? Pythagorean theorem. Ministries of Education. You want to come over here? Let me show you, yeah? All right, let's go. Definitely not looking to teach you, bro. Definitely not looking to do that, yeah? All right, so see this. This is a Pythagorean theorem, yeah? Internationally taught to people.
Done it in school a million
Yeah,
times.
man, me too. I had to regurgitate the exams on it. So, right, I shouldn't really be able to go out as an individual and see something that is to the contrary of that, right? Realistically speaking.
What do you mean by the country?
So, see the spherical trigonometry for where we live, yeah? If I could just get specific with you. These numbers here, right? The specifics of this claim. And just for the conversation purposes, can we call it a claim? Can we? Yeah? All right. So, for me personally, I'm trying to question this thing. So I've gone out, down to Brighton, yeah? A couple of lasers, a few people to do a observation, yeah? With other people, not by myself, other people. And went out there and did an observation at 20 miles. I shouldn't see anything at sea level 20 miles away. That's at sea level. It should be just behind the rate of curve, according to this.
Because you're believing the horizon at that point.
If I'm believing what I've been taught, I should not be able to set eyes on a laser that is this high off the water level into the waves on Brighton Beach to another one, yeah? That's 20 miles away, okay? Now, even less than that, I should definitely not be able to see it at 9 miles. I should be able to take any single one of these that I want and say to myself, okay, let me see if what I've been taught, if I can naturally observe what I've been taught. Let me just see that for a minute. So what happens if I go out, this is just me posing a question, what happens if I go out and I make this observation and it's not concurring with what I've been taught? All I'm now saying is, wait a minute, if you're going to teach me something, if you're going to have the audacity to teach me something, why is it not 100%? Now that's just one in a million observations I could give you, yeah? But I'm just using this one right now because it's first hand. I've done it myself. I did it live on YouTube. I've done it a couple of times. I did it with a PhD, who has a PhD in light, and a few other people, a few civil engineers, a few structural engineers as well. Huh?
I'm a civil engineer.
Cool. So you might be able to relate to this then, okay? So all I'm doing is, why is the claim that's been made not 100% accurate? Why are we as individuals able to poke holes in the claim that's been made? Only because it's not been taught as a theory or a model. It's been taught to us as fact. Worse than that, it's been backed up by propaganda and Hollywood. It's projected through every news article. It's in the background all the time. The globe. But if you look, if not that I'm going to go down a religious aspect, but if we did take religion into this for a hot second, yeah, and looked at every single religion, if you look at every religion's scriptures and you reverse them right back down to the original narrative, every scripture told every religion, don't put anything between you and the Most High. Nothing. Don't put anything between you and the Most High. Yeah? The Most High. Whatever you want to call it, okay? Now, who gave us the ball? Man.
even if you ask yourself,
Man gave us what we currently take as where we live. Yeah? Straight up. Okay? See them images that we grew up with? They're not real images of Earth. But they're taught as real
Taken from a
images.
satellite, they take snippets
Composite
of it, and
images.
then
I've
they
even got his quote there. Robert Sims, he's the guy that done it. One of them, not all of them. One of them. Yeah.
It's not even with the satellites.
Yeah, it's actually
How
worse
they
than
take-
that, my
they take
friend.
Maps were
It's
done
actually
way
worse
before the
than that, my
satellites.
friend. Man, it's worse than that.
There's a degree of
Yeah.
academics, I agree.
Yep.
Debate.
Well,
Is the
see
Earth
this
a
guy
flat?
here?
Here's
See
my
this guy
question.
here? He went to Oxford and did a debate at Oxford, yeah, with another guy. And do you know the debate went on our favour? Oxford, you know, Oxford. And do you know what they brought to the debate?
What?
This is the biggest joke of all. They bought a globe. They bought a globe, not realising that underneath the globe it says not for educational purposes. Under every globe there's a disclaimer that says not for educational purposes. That's like the sickest joke ever. The sickest joke ever. It's almost like if you wanted to do a massive punchline on the whole human race, just tell them it's not for educational purposes. What? So that's why I'm saying, wow, really, all of this, and it's just, so that, I'm not a flat earther, I'm a globe denier. And that's because socially, the conversation's not allowed to happen if you're a flat earther. And if I'm a flat earther, I'm making a claim, I'm going to tell you what it is, and I can't. All I can do is tell you what I don't think it is.
I can tell you why flat Earth isn't for me. I'm a Muslim, innit? And obviously Islam rejects
So
that.
that's why I'm like, is the globe for you, not flat earth, is the globe.
Just sorry.
Yeah.
Islam does not say anything about the shape of it.
Yes, it does.
I've had conversations with tens of Muslims that tell me
What it
different.
does-
No, check the hadith, check the hadith.
what it
It's
does
okay.
say-
That's in your interpretation, your opinion. That's okay.
What's this about?
Just questioning what we've been taught, questioning the claim that's been made, what we've been taught.
Talk about what though? Generally everything.
What the mainstream narrative teaches us about where we live, specifically.
Earth.
Yeah, the claim that's been made that we live on a ball, spinning through space.
You don't think it is?
I don't buy into what we've been taught. No, I can't.
What do you think it is then?
No idea. No idea.
Okay.
That's the $64,000 question, I think. What I definitely think it's not is that.
But
What
then,
do you think?
to be honest with you,
Yeah, that's what it said.
I never really gave much thought by it. It's irrelevant.
Did you just take it as a given?
One thing in the Quran.
No, I mean like I just read this. You're being lied to, and I didn't bother reading all of
Yeah.
this. I just thought maybe you're talking about like
Oh, not just that.
Like
That's the like
conspiracies,
that
like
is like the
the
tip of the
government's high
iceberg.
powers and all that,
Thank
yeah.
you. Yeah, there's all of that as well. We've got the three most powerful bloodlines: the Rothschilds, the Soros, and the House of Saud. We've got government corruption all over the place with the puppets.
Yeah.
We've got people dying from giving
Illnesses and
big
vaccinations.
pharma. Yeah, bro.
Yeah.
Like, and they're saying that anti-vax is a Russian bot thing. It's not.
Yeah.
They're trying to claim it's like some big conspiracy, and we're being lied to on a lot of levels. Primarily speaking about where we live, you know, and if we're lied to about where we live, and you got people
You
that
say
are just,
this country or
no, like the fact that we're not on a spinning ball flying through space, that specifically is like what I'm here to talk about. Not making any outlandish claims, but I think what we've seen over the years is people prove beyond reasonable doubt we're not living on what we were taught we were. That much we know is true.
So where have you gained your like knowledge from to
Just years of looking into it, years of taking the time to slow down and maybe stop watching some of the mainstream crap that's on, and instead of spending 2 hours watching a movie on Netflix, looking into the claims that have been made and going out and actually making observations for myself.
So with that said then, like
Yeah.
I mean, what would you say is the purpose of doing this is? Like,
Awareness. I don't think.
no,
yeah.
not you, but why would the higher powers
Oh,
want
yeah.
me to believe
Again,
that the world is
I
round
think
and
I
things
think
like
we'd
that?
have to find someone that's perpetuating and knows the lies on the other side of the fence, if you understand.
Yeah.
Because you know, I could say, "Well, do you know she lied about her top being white? It's actually yellow." And you say, "Well, why did she lie? I don't know. We're gonna have to ask her. I don't know. Why did you lie?" Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'm not gonna know why a next person's lied.
Yeah.
All I've done is stumbled across the lie, if you will, and then realised that I took it all as a given, like most of us did. I just went, aren't we just on what we were? That's all complicated. I can't be bothered with that. And then I really thought about it, and I thought, yeah, that's a good one. That's a real good one. You kind of make people think they're insignificant to a certain degree, and you'll be able to control them. You know, you'll be able to put them in fear. If you tell them, you know, they're going to be attacked by an asteroid or a comet, and this, that, and the other, where does that lead us? That leads us down a really, really uncertain road where none of us really know where we're going to... Well, actually we do. Look, this is where we are. We've got people arguing about whose God's better than God, and they're not even coming with solutions. Just arguing for years and going nowhere with it. So for me, personally, I really want to start getting out there and finding out more about why people have just taken it as a given. Because I was there once, this person was there, we were all there. All of us just took what we were taught as gospel until you get to a certain age. And it's probably maybe just some of the things that happen in life and you kind of go, wait a minute. No, that can't be there. And sometimes it can be government, sometimes it can be a space agency that does something booky, and you're like, hold on, are we really giving them that much money? For what? You know, even the British Space Agency gets over £1 million a day from the British taxpayers. What do they give us for that? I'd love to know. Apart from them driving Bentleys and living in nice houses, I'm not quite sure what they're doing up there, because I know that, take care, darling, I know that I give time and help to charities when I can, and I know that every borough has got food banks because people that are working can't afford to feed and house themselves. But no, we'll give £1 million a day to the British Space Agency because that's where we're at. You know, we've got money for that, but we don't have money for these people. We've got money. Then you ask them to show for it, and what have they given us? What's the British Space Agency actually given us? Apart from Teflon and Velcro. And if that's what America's given them $52 million a day for, well, then good for them. Good for them. No wonder we're all just going to stay in poverty and have people homeless and infrastructure's messed up. So yeah, I just think I'm pushing for social acceptance to go against the narrative of what we've been taught. And I think just with a couple of other people, they're like, oh, you're a flat earther. And I'm like, okay, no, how am I supposed to have a conversation when you're starting it like that? Yeah. It's like, is that where we are?
No,
you know?
What that's going through my head while you're speaking is, to be honest with you,
let me just grab my coffee, sorry.
Yeah.
Go for it, yeah.
I come to speak is kind of like every other week,
Okay.
just to observe debates. I don't get into debates.
Yeah.
But obviously, a lot of people are here for different reasons and things like that. And obviously, when I saw this, you're being lied to, I just assumed that you were it was going to open up into government powers and things like that.
Oh yeah, if only, listen.
But then I mean, if it's just purely about the earth now, I mean, something to think about, but it is what it is.
Yeah,
what can you
so
do, really?
I have a YouTube channel, and my YouTube channel has got my name in it. My name's Roxanne. Nice to meet you. I've got a channel on YouTube, and my channel is called Roxanne the Globalist Denier. Now, I'm not just standing for the fact that we've been lied to about where we live. Fundamentally, I'm against everything that mainstream considers conspiracy. So I'm involved in talking about chemtrails. Yeah. I'm involved in, I don't know if you've looked into it. Have you looked into the Q movement?
The Q?
QAnon.
No.
Okay.
I know a bit about the chemtrails.
WikiLeaks, all of them kind of things Julian Assange, all of these things that's going on.
Taken recently, isn't it?
Yeah. So it looks like, the whole Pizzagate thing, that whole madness with the Hillary Clinton and Obama and the whole skullduggery with the Russian dossier. Do you remember they said the American government said that there was Russian collusion with the Trump campaign all of that. So it's come out that Christopher Steele, who's a UK ex-spy, wrote a fake dossier for America. Yeah. So our country has unwillingly got us involved in treason. And that's where we're at with the puppet masters at the moment. I think this Brexit, the whole Brexit thing, bruv, I think it's just a guise, personally, for deep state. I think what we are witnessing politically possibly could be the change of the old guard right about now. I feel like the deep state is being taken out of the seat in some way, shape or form. If you just look at what's going on internationally, it's almost like a massive seat of management change is going on everywhere. You've got Brexit going on, you've got what's going on in America, you've got what's going on in North Korea, you've got all the things that's going on internationally. Yeah. Then you look at the currency and you think, where's that all going? Everyone's saying, boy, there's going to be a currency crash soon, and the dollar's not looking good, the pound's not looking good. So everywhere you look, there just seems to be sheer confusion, and you know what they do? They create order out of chaos. Yeah. That's what these elites do. It's like they thrive on it, if anything, What's your take on that?
I mean, I agree with everything you're saying. My knowledge is not too strong, but you think about it, you have to be aware. You can't be living in a bubble.
I mean, what's your take on what they're putting up there? Do you feel like what's your take on the chemtrails?
Mostly population control, I believe. It's all linked to population control.
Yeah.
I mean, they're pushing the whole...
almost like big farming. Like we're one big international farm, and eventually they've got to go, oh, there's too many of you. Oh, we've got to bring the numbers down a bit. We've got to bring it in, and we'll just create a little disaster. Like weather, geoengineering. I do feel that is legit. Because you think to yourself, you create a disaster, and then what? You just leave the people to perish. You look at what happens in Hurricane Katrina, right? They let them all starve.
Quite a few like earthquakes and things like that. They're saying that it's got to do with the HAARP.
Yep. Weather engineering. Yeah.
I mean, what can you do? I mean, do you believe in God?
I do. I believe in the Most High. I believe that we were created. I'm a mere mortal. I'm just a mere mortal. And if that is the case, I just say that we've got the Most High. Whatever, there's nothing higher than whatever created this. And I'm not prepared to put anything in between me and that. Not prepared to put anything. And I'm talking about anything, not even that. Because that was given to be my man. The Most High didn't tell me this. He didn't show me this. I've spoken to Muslims. I've spoken to Christians. I've spoken to Catholics. No one can show me any scriptures where we're told that. People are showing me stationary, fixed, immovable, pillars, dome, all sorts, but not that. So that's if there is anything, there is maybe a common denominator with what I'm talking about, and maybe some of the scriptures, but it's more so unilaterally, like across all of the scriptures, where they say, okay, don't put anything that's false. Is it false? I'm not really too much subscribed into one religion or the next, but I'm not an atheist. And that's another thing that people seem to think is when you say, I'm not really, and they go, oh, so you don't believe in God? No. What? Because I didn't buy into one of the franchises. I'm not allowed to. And it's like, okay, right, I can't. I'm even seeing that for myself now. It's all pretty much new to me in that sense.
Well, anyway, I'm gonna carry on.
No worries. I'll be here for quite a while anyway, so no worries. Thank you for talking to me. Take care. Okay, so sorry about that, guys. That guy did actually not want to be on camera too tough. Sorry. Listen, I'm having technical issues here. I'm trying to keep the phone charged. Meanwhile, I'm live streaming and I'm not able to keep the phone charged and plug in this microphone because it's not Bluetooth. So I'm going to have to take my charger out to plug the freaking mic in. So it's like, oh, man. I'm not getting good technology stuff going on here, guys. It's not good. Right, so I'm going to put my stuff kind of like near Dave's bag. I think that's a good idea. Cool, thank you. I'm so glad you guys were able to hear it. Dave's chatting here to everybody. I'm just going to lean it on my tripod so it can be a bit stiller. Dolly Daydream, darling, how are you? Hope you're all right, sweetheart. Thanks for tuning in. Flat Earth Vodka, thanks for tuning in, guys. I really appreciate you all being here. Reese is doing great. Should we go over and see how Reese is doing? Let's go. Let's go. Roving reporter Roxanne. Let's go and see Reese. Reese boy. Let's go, let's go, let's go. Okay. Actually, I'm gonna go around this way. I'm gonna go around this way, guys. Don't worry, I'll get in and let you hear what he's saying, but I'm just gonna give you a look at what he's doing first, yeah? I'll lean up my camera so you got a good view. That guy there was from Bedford Level. If everyone is watching that was at Bedford, you remember him? He was awesome. He had some brilliant distilled coffee. Awesome, awesome, awesome. And there's Reese in the black hoodie. And he has got some leaflets there as well. And he's interacting with these guys really, really well. Really well. This is cool. This is good. And there's a good few interactions going on. Ruben and Dave are on the other side. And I'll show you what we've done. This time, those of you that have been here, you'll recognise where we are in the bigger scheme of things. So, see this path here? This is the path that goes right down from Marble Arch. You know where Marble Arch Station is, right? And there's where we are. Okay, so we're there and there. And we've got the bigger crowd there. Okay, so everyone's kind of mulling around and kind of going like that and then arriving there. Those guys there have taken some pictures and look, now they're going over them. They're going over the pictures now, discussing it. Love that. I love it. I love it when people take pictures and they go away and they're like, let me look. Let me look. So yeah, we're just going to go back over there now. And it's getting a bit chilly. Getting a bit cold, but I'm not shaking too much yet. So with a bit of luck, I will try and get in again so that you can hear what's going on. Dave's still going strong. And they're all stood around this banner. And Cynthia's there filming her man, having a little chit chat. Loving that. Great stuff, man. Don't know if I can see what's through her viewfinder there. See? Love it. Love it, love it, love it. We've got that conversation there, but it's a bit troll fest over there, I'll be honest with you. So I'm going to try, I'm just letting this phone charge up a little bit more, guys. Alright? So you guys just need to bear with me a bit. I'm going to have to charge this phone up. I'll keep streaming, but I'm not going to be able to put the mic on yet. Alright? I'll put the mic back on once I've hold on, sorry, I'm just trying to do this at the same time.
But when you look at it on the flat surf map, it's a straight line. There's a woman got on a plane in Bali and was flying through Los Angeles. And she had a baby halfway, she was having a baby. So they diverted the plane to Alaska. So, if you look on the map, Bali here, Los Angeles here, Alaska's up here. And they were going across.
Sorry, I'm just unravelling the wire. I'm getting it plugged back in again. Okay. Let me see if I can do this.
There is a limit in scientific community. So scientists accept they try to explain it as well as they can. But they have many different approaches. Look at this. Let me not about them. This is
divert to Alaska as an emergency.
No, but the thing is, but the plane will go. The plane won't go in a straight line. It will kind of go around like the coast. No, it will go around the curve of the coast to make sure that if there is an emergency, they can land somewhere quickly, as opposed to having to like get the.
Flight didn't go over Alaska, right?
It would be going nearby.
No, it diverted to Alaska.
Planes don't fly directly over the middle of the Pacific Ocean, just in case of emergencies, and you need to do an emergency plan.
This plane wasn't hugging the coastline.
No, it wouldn't have been hugging, but it would have been near enough that if there was an emergency.
The distance, it doesn't matter, the distance it would have had to divert was crazy compared to flying back the way it came or onto Los Angeles. Yeah? But you look on a flat map, one straight line passes over.
Just making sure the phone's in properly. I don't want it to end up popping up.
I don't, to be honest, I don't remember all the details.
I think Cynthia might be on Everybody Equals Mind Controlled Squared. I think she's on that one.
A year or so later, I don't have it to hand.
Okay. So it's nice speaking to you.
Look, dude, I'm not like a crazy person, right? I'm just an ordinary guy like you, yeah, who started looking at this, thinking this is
yeah, it is.
Yeah?
And a lot of people are engaging.
So
as you can see, the banner's right here.
No, I can't explain it.
The banner's right here. People are looking at it, talking about it. Yeah, Barry's talking as well. I'm just making sure you can get some good optics on it as well. It does always speak well said. I know that the sound might be a bit difficult for you to hear, so as soon as it's charged up, I will put the microphone back in so that you can hear it again.
I think they were just fooled by themselves.
I'm so sorry if you can't hear the context of what's going on. I'm just hoping you can read the body language at the moment. And as soon as I get enough charge, I will. Literally, this phone's got 18%. I'm looking at the time. And I can't see the time. Hold on. What is the time, guys? What is the time? Okay, it's 4 o'clock. So I could let it charge for half an hour. But I would rather just keep the stream going, if I'm being honest with you. I think it would be a better idea to just keep the stream going. Can you... Oh, you can hear him okay? Oh, brilliant. Oh, that is perfect. Great.
So you can all... So it's no matter how far that ship is away, you'll
Can you
always
still
be
hear
able to
him, yeah? Jason, can you still hear their conversation?
Okay, but we've got telescopes that would be able to measure that.
This is the P600 and the Nikon P900 has got an 83 times zoom, amazing zoom. Yeah? Now, you can watch.
I've got a portable charger, Ling Ling. I've got 2 of them. And at the moment, one of them's charging up the phone. I just can't get the charge onto the phone quick enough because I'm live streaming.
Yeah, it looks like it's going over the curve.
So at the moment, it's like charging, but it's charging really slowly because I'm live streaming.
It comes back. Okay? And you stay at that level, and watch it go again. Zoom in a bit more. There it is again. Yeah? And so on until you get to the limit of the zoom. Yeah? Now we know the curvature of the Earth calculation. Right? On a 25,000 mile circumference Earth, it's 8 inches per mile squared. Yeah? You lose 8 inches from the curvature every mile squared. Yeah?
Guys, I'm just going to have a little cigarette break, yeah? So if you hear a gap in me talking, it's just because I'm smoking a quick cigarette, yeah?
And had a look at stuff that I shouldn't be able to see. I went down to Plymouth Cove, okay? And from the beach, there's a lighthouse 8 miles away called Eddystone Lighthouse. Right? I went there, right down to the water, and zoomed in on it. I could see the bottom of the lighthouse, yeah, where the water meets the rocks, where it should be 32 feet. That was, what? 5-6 years ago?
Surely you'd have that photo here.
Oh, we've got one. Oh, yeah. I'm losing it. Hungary, across Lake Balaton, we travel over 12 kilometres across. It should have been
I'll get back to you on that. I'd like to give you exact figures. I'll get back to you. They definitely could be. Gel people a lot as well. So anybody who has seen us not Italian, or anybody who's wouldn't best be taking on that ice wall. Whereas it's just with the drone, I used to flat that. I think that was the way from the thing before the like, say don't buy it, you could be under the money as well. Like they could be under it, so you can't really trust that. You need someone to kind of. Yeah,
end of the same thing.
My friend mentioned on the Lieutenant Colonel Bird or something like that, Admiral Bird, something about his story. What's that?
You were on the beach and it was the icy beach. Okay, so here we go. So the
I wish it was just choose just because it sounds when I see that, then I'd take it seriously and have a song that this ain't it. Like, I want that.
And that's not true. Science has to be observed and measured. Science
I know that the Irish got to do something before that. They have to go into the culture.
Just the flame for space.
That's a good argument. I'd like to hear that. What's the book called?
According to historical facts and the book. But I will not yeah, I mean
Yeah? Good job. Good job. It's good when people don't want to talk civilized about things, and all you can do is try, to be honest, and I will have that cigarette, thank you. So it's a shame. But even when you're giving people first-hand observations, it doesn't suffice. So he's just going to wait for someone to have another argument with. It's good fun though. And again, I'm not drinking Coca-Cola, so it's a good look. Let's see how much it's yeah, it's kind of charging quite slowly. Not a good look. So let's see.
Abraham married Abraham. Even Abraham with Hagar.
I would, but I don't know where to roll up. I could just maybe roll up here. There's not actually too much peace. Good idea, Red Eye. Maybe I will. 19. Okay, what I need, yeah, is I need this phone to start charging quickly. Yeah, I am letting people know that spherical Earth is only a concept, not a fact. Yeah, I'm definitely telling that to people. I'm telling people that this is not. If it it's not a fact, but it's being taught to people as if it is a fact. That's what gripes me, and I'm trying to convey that to people in the conversations I'm having. I'm so sorry that I'm not able to get all of the audio. I'm genuinely trying to get as much audio as I can. Cheers, one. I'm genuinely trying to get as much audio as I can, so all I can do is profusely apologise for the audio issues. I proper want to get this perfect for you guys, or as perfect as I can, without being professional like content over everything, one of them big microphones and cameras and whatnot. Hi Dr. John, I was just talking to you, oh, did he go? That guy I was over there talking to, he was not accepting our findings down at Brighton. He wasn't having any of it, but thank you so much for tuning in. It's brilliant to see you in the chat room. No curve, no edge. Ask people if they've been to Australia and if they believe that they can walk upside down. Great, I will. Have you been to Australia and do you believe you can walk upside down? It's a good one. Thank you, Kimmy. Big love to you. Off the branded drink. Yep, I'm doing my best. Doing my very best. So shout out to everybody that's in the chat room. Bling Bling, Astral, Tapper, thank you for being here. Emma, Jason, Dr. John, King, Juan, Tapper. Sorry if I'm repeating. Red Eye. What happened to us? It's not Flat Earth Hour in Speaker's Corner, it's Sunday Speaker's Corner. Flat Earth Dude, Astro King. Who else? Q Smith. Fucker. Who else? Ricardo. Master Bevs. Revla. Clive. AR23. We can hear. Good. You know what? I understand what you're saying. Yeah, Rude Earther, because I spoke to someone. Do you know what? Do you remember the last time I was here and I had that couple that were friends from back in the day, and they came down to Speaker's Corner from back in the day, and they kind of said the same thing. They said that London's kind of lost what it had back in the day, you know? So, also, people have pride, so they might need some time to research and, more importantly, test it for themselves. Absolutely right, Dr. John. Some of the people that are looking at the banners, they've kind of preliminarily heard what's going on and they've kind of absorbed the information for the first time. Some people think that, to a certain degree, it's somewhat of an internet hysteria, which, after speaking to us for a few minutes, they kind of realise it's not just some internet hysterical tinfoil wearing hat flat earthers. Pakistani atheist, once you go flat there's no going back. I would say once you give up the ball, there's no more. I was going to come up with something that rhymes and it didn't bang. Someone come up with something, but yeah, once you drop the ball, finish that for me, someone, please. If someone came and told me these things 2 years, of course, I wouldn't believe it straight away. Yeah, some people just won't wake up, absolutely right. And I don't force those that aren't ready. I'm not up for it. I think I've definitely grown since I started coming here. It's not a fight. I don't think there's a fight and a proper argument to be had. It's just these are the observable facts. Change my mind. Once you drop the ball, you've got no balls. Once you let go of your preconceived notions, look at flat earth evidence, pretty hard to not look at the ball the same way ever again. Planting seeds, absolutely right, absolutely right. Fokker, absolutely right. We've got loads of people out there that are just sitting on their asses when we need them to stand up. You need to stand up and be counted. You don't even have to come out on the street to do it, you know. You just need to stand up and be counted. Get off your asses and stand up. Stand up. Freaking infighting, man. Oh, fucking hell. Ice wall, no ice wall. What are you saying ice wall for? No, it's just fucking... Man, see the infighting going on here with religion? It's like, can we not just all agree that we've been lied to? Done. Argument's finished. Now let's work on some solutions. Got people arguing for years and years and years and years. No one's talking about solutions, just arguing. Holy for arguing. Where we at? Thank you. On the 6 there. Thank you, Andy. Yeah. Cheyenne, thank you, my darling, for tuning in. Lovely to see you in the chat room. Only balls with water stuck to them when I'm... Great, Alexander. Thanks for tuning in. No Legion, people, hence no people. Yeah. Yeah, I'm not a member of any Flat Earth Society, as far as I'm aware. I think I can vouch for pretty much everyone that's here standing beside me today. Reese, Dave, Cynthia, Ruben, Barry, Lou, my man's name over there, I can't remember his name, and what's his name over there? Nathan, my man, I can't remember his name either. There's a couple of people I can't remember their names, but maybe just over half a dozen people stood here with me today, and I think I can safely say none of us are in any kind of society. Not a cult. Not a cult with so much infighting. I've never heard of such a ludicrous thing. So yeah, there's Ruben. Rubester. He's, I think you may find that he's on his channel as well, or taking footage to put on his channel later. I had a feeling about today. You're right, dude. We got this. Look at the hot mess that's going on over there. Look at all that. Look. Yeah, we've handed out a few flyers, Fokker. I'll show you the flyers I've got with me today. Zoom out. So, I did have some flyers. Where'd they go? Okay, so it's probably going to be backwards. If it is, I'm sorry. Is that backwards? It is. I'll just there you go. Hello, Cami, darling. Thank you for tuning in. So yeah, Fokker, this is the leaflets that I've got. These ones Jason Disbury designed. You can get them on www.festart.co.uk. You can get all of the information about the European tour that we're starting on the 29th of August on www.globali.co.uk, and all of the information about the Birmingham Kidderminster event and the Amsterdam event and the Globali tour at www.feconvention.com. Got a few images on the back here. National Memorial Gardens, lovely to see you in the chat room. Jason, am I right in saying that you have got an update for this flyer? If you have, could you give the chat room some information about what's going on with that? Wish you were here, buddy. But yeah, if you could give everyone some information about what's coming up on the new flyers. Or have I just put my foot in it, friend? I'm sorry if I have. Yeah, so that is the... we've got the Pythagorean... the claimed Pythagorean theorem calc for the ball, which we all know is a massive problem with the R factor of that, don't we? So soon, not released yet. Yeah, so keep your eyes peeled on festart.co.uk for the new leaflets coming out. Jason, are you going to keep these leaflets on there? Because I think these leaflets are still good, my friend. There's a lot of usable information on this. I like these. I like these a lot. Show them up close. Sorry. Okay. Show them up close.
They're lying. They teach that we got the knowledge. We know that we don't show them the reality of this world.
You can download these from festart.co.uk and go and get them printed up. Jason, you don't need to pay nothing to download it, do you? It's free, right? On that website. Just take them. Even if you've got a printer at home, man, if you've got one of those proper good printers at home, I would say just print them yourself, personally. No one wants to see a garden. It's good. So look, Ruben's holding it down over here, guys. There's Ruben right there. There's Cynthia. Crap, I hope you can still hear me. So there's Cynthia, there's Ruben. We're talking to all these people here. And Dave's still talking to these people behind me. I'll try and get a little bit closer, but these young students, they're kind of going back and forth with Ruben right now about some elementary stuff, you know, why the lie. I can hear, I'm not sure you guys can. I'm more than happy to bring it a little bit closer, but I'm not sure that that's going to help with assisting hearing it. But I'm more than happy to do so. So let's go. Let's freaking go, guys. Let's go.
Why is it taught worldwide then as a scientific fact if it is a belief?
Just because something's taught everywhere doesn't mean it's right. You know,
It's all right.
let's say, I know this is a bit off topic, but back in the day they used to be slaves.
Right, guys, I'm going to get you into the point where you can tell me if you can hear or not, yeah? Try and do it.
Is this correct? My experience is the swimming pool, toilet, the ocean, it needs to be contained. I have never, with my own eyes, seen you stick to any object. It doesn't matter.
Don't you think ocean is a container itself? Because the gravity force, but the force that things make the holes in water around.
This is a belief. This has never been scientifically proved. It has been proved by Albert Einstein.
Can you hear?
It was theorized by Albert Einstein. And then they proved it using CGI 2 holes a couple of years ago. No, I'm being serious.
My friend, this guy went to Oxford and did a debate on this subject, yeah? Oxford University, and it didn't go in their favour. No, it didn't go in their favour. It actually didn't go. I was there, I witnessed it, yeah. Yeah, so the guy's not trolling. I think that was a little bit disrespectful, a bit low blow. Like, let's have a civilised conversation, or if you don't want to have a civilised conversation, there's no point, is there? Please, yeah, without being disrespectful, it'd be nice. Be nice. Shouldn't piss you off. No, it shouldn't. You should be inquisitive and you should wonder why we're able to poke holes in the theory of the claim that's been made. We're not making any claims.
It's vice versa. You know,
okay.
A lot of
I'm just as cheesed off as well. I don't like this subject. No one likes the thought of being lied to. Do you?
I've seen a lot of theories. I'm not theories. Yeah. I've seen the quite opposite thing. So.
Can I ask you a question?
Yes.
Okay. So given the fact that we're taught this,
Yes.
okay, why can I see further than I should? If what we're taught is 100% accurate,
Can you repeat again?
why do I see further than I should? Yeah, why do I see much further than I'm taught I should see?
The perspective simply.
Perspective.
Yeah.
Your answer for that is perspective.
Yes, pretty much. Yes.
Okay. Okay. That's your answer. Have a look. Have a look.
The thing I've been talking about recently.
Can I ask you another question?
Can I ask you one question right now?
Okay, cool.
The vice versa thing about the flat Earth is that
I'm not having just a disclaimer. I'm not having a flat Earth conversation with you. I'm having a globe lie conversation.
But it is vice versa about the globe Earth is poking holes in the flat Earth theory and absolutely dismantling it to the ground. What about this?
Go for it. Change my mind.
Like, I'm not trying
Put me back to sleep.
I'm just trying to say that.
And all we're trying to say is a claim has been made about a model of which we're taught that we live on. It's a model. It's not a fact. The globe is a model, but it's taught as if it is fact.
Yes, perhaps we all live in a lie, a big lie.
I would like. We'd need to find one of the liars to get the answer to that question. You know, if she told us this top was yellow and we can see it's white, don't ask me why she's lying. I wouldn't know. Do you see? Where you're saying why the lie? I wouldn't know. Why would I lie? I'm not lying to anybody. All I'm saying is, why haven't they taught us the truth?
So do you think the Earth is flat or round?
Huh?
So what is your belief about the model of the
I
Earth?
don't have a belief. All I'm saying is I can visibly observe that what I was taught is not accurate.
So do you think the Earth is flat?
That the Earth is not a globe, yeah.
So what is it then?
I don't have to know what it is to know what it's not. I'm fine with not knowing. I understand that it's pre-programmed in me to need to know. All I know is what I've been taught. And now what I've learned now is that what we're taught is not accurate. And I don't feel that I'm going to tell you anything new, that nothing new under the sun. We all know that to a certain degree, we're not taught everything that is accurate, yeah? And for me, just to take an example, I went down to Brighton and I saw 9 miles, yeah? I shouldn't even see that if I'm believing what I've been taught.
Based on curvature?
Based on what I'm taught, yeah.
Or the curvature equation?
Based on what we're taught. Yeah, that's not my equation.
You're not supposed to, at that height, you're not supposed
You
to
see it through all I've done is copied and pasted. This is not my work. This is what we're taught.
No,
I'm not presenting in my work to you. I'm saying.
No,
this
please
is what
explain it. You're the, I don't want to say an expert, but you're more informed on this than me. So what is this, based on curvature?
Based on a few things. This one example I'm talking to you about now is based on the calculation for curvature. So in my mind, I was like, okay, so let's pretend Earth is bigger by the factor of 10. Let's say it's like way bigger or just different, not what we've been taught. Yet again, as we the people, if you're going to teach us something, make it be accurate. Don't teach me a lie, make me live a lie. I didn't ask to be brought into that. That to me sounds like a modern day Sodom and Gomorrah. I did not ask to be brought into that. You're brainwashing me and taking me away from my creator. I'm not having a religious argument, just as a disclaimer. I wouldn't class myself as Catholic. I do feel we have the Most High. I don't want anything to come between me and that, and that's fine. That's where the religious aspect is left for me. But what that would have you believe is that you're an insignificant speck of dust flying through space. Now what you do have is you'll have people having intellectual, civilized conversations about infinite space with absolutely no proof of it.
So you said
That's just an example.
Your friend lectured at Oxford University?
This guy here with the white hat. Yeah.
So is he a physicist?
No.
What is he?
We were invited there, myself, him and another person. We were invited to Oxford to do a debate on this subject.
Nice. So if you found a loophole in an equation, and an equation is a theory...
We didn't go in there using a mathematical construct, just as a disclaimer. In maths, okay, I could have 5 ice creams in maths, and I could give you 6 and leave myself -1. Yeah? But in real life, I can't do that. I can only give you what I have.
Okay.
So observably, we can see that in maths, I could probably create a unicorn and tell you the unicorn exists in maths, but when I go to recreate that in real life, in the real world, it's not quite I'm gonna get a horse without a unicorn. I'm gonna get something, but not what I said to you within the mathematical construct.
If you were able to ride on a train and go to Brighton and prove an equation wrong easily, why?
That's why I'm here.
That's why I'm here.
That's why I'm here. That's why I'm don't take my word for it. I'm like, yo,
to Speaker's Corner and the history of Speaker's Corner.
I also went on a tour around the whole of the UK.
That's great.
And tried to ask people to question.
You're not going to be changing much in the science if there's a poster on the floor.
You would think that,
if it's
right?
a conference
You would think
and the
that
poster
you wouldn't change too much in science. You'd be surprised at the amount of PhDs and scholars that are now turning around to become very good.
That's my point. Because a theory is always right unless proven wrong.
Brighton was a PhD.
Right, exactly. So if this PhD guy can do some research and prove that the equation is wrong, then this could be the new theory, unless proven wrong again.
And I think that's what will happen eventually. I think science is always outdated by new observations or new...
Why hasn't it happened yet? I mean, if you could easily
understand what I'm saying to you, my friend. That kind of thing is not going to happen overnight. Yeah?
Why? People are finding cures for cancer overnight.
The thing is, why? That's my question. Why? Why this? Why give us
educational institutions are against this as well? So it's NASA, it's educational institutions.
Well, obviously, educational institutions teach it in a partisan fashion, so we already know that that's a worry.
Right.
We already know that that's a worry. Because what school will do is they will give our children books with pictures from NASA, and then our children will go to the cinema to watch cinema movies with NASA.
Okay.
Science fiction movies. If that's not propaganda, my friend, I don't know what is. If that's not bipartisan, that is completely partisan. That is teaching a model as if it's fact and then perpetuating it.
But if you can easily disprove this, as I said, on a train ride to Brighton.
The irony is there's human beings walking around having disproven it, except the mainstream narrative does not want to accept it, which is why the conversation's not going away. Because how can you ignore it once you've seen it for yourself? How can you? When you realise the narrative is to brainwash people into thinking that they're actually insignificant in the bigger scheme of things. It really to me is a whole smoking gun.
So if Earth is flat, we're not insignificant?
No, that's preconceived. I'm not saying, wait, Gary, if we could just regurgitate, okay, see what you said, so if the Earth is flat, if we could socially get to another level where you say, so if it's not a globe, it doesn't have to be flat.
Okay.
What I'm trying to get across to you guys is, I'm having a conversation about it not being a globe. We don't need to get to the junction of what it is.
It could be a
Let's
triangle as
ascertain
well.
what it's not.
Okay.
Does that make sense?
Yes.
I'm not concerned with what it is. I don't want to get into the realm of making claims because, as I said before, the burden of proof is not on me. I'm not making any claims. All I'm doing is questioning the claims that you talk to me.
But in law, the burden of proof is on the person that is attacking.
No. You look that up yourself. That's false. The burden of proof is on the claimant.
So when I'm a criminal and I kill my friend.
Look it up. I don't have to prove it to you that. The burden of proof is on the claimant.
In the UK?
Internationally, the burden of proof. I'm not insulting your intelligence by any means.
When I kill my friend,
we're having a difference of opinion.
the government, the state, has to prove that I killed my friend.
No, that's not. We're not in the same analogy. Okay, we're talking about the burden of proof for making a claim.
The physicists and astronomers in educational institutions are sitting in their desks and they're continuing life. You are attacking them, they're not attacking you. You want to change it, so the burden of proof is on you.
But do you know what that is? That is a
And apparently you have
No,
burden
my
of proof.
friend, what you've done there is you've deflected and you've allowed your own programming to get in the way and hinder your fucking vision. And no, the burden of proof is on the claimant. That is not you and it is not me. Okay? You're not making a claim, you were taught one.
Right.
Do you understand what I'm saying, personally? Do you understand that it's not on any of us? The burden of proof is not on any of us. You didn't make a claim, neither did you. You were taught the same claim. All you've got is a couple of human beings talking to you saying, you questioned the claim, and now you're saying, the burden of proof's on you. No, my friend, it's not a claim that has been made.
If I tell you your jacket is real fur, this looks, I hope it's not real fur, but if I tell you this is real fur, you tell me no, it's not real fur. I need to prove that it is, right? Or do I make the argument that it is real fur and then wait for you to prove that it's not?
I've just done that. I said, this is not real. I've made an observation myself. It's on my YouTube channel. I did it with a PhD because I measured repeated observation.
Okay. What was the distance you were supposed to see based on the equation?
We did 9 miles and we did 21 miles.
What were you supposed to do? Please inform me of this table. So you can't see beyond 54 feet?
If something is less than 54 feet in height, it will be behind them. It's not like a ship going over. Can you guys hear? Sorry if you can't hear, you know. I'm trying. He's just translating for him now, yeah? Yeah, so you know, like if this was the horizon line, I'm gonna go down below the horizon. So that amount of feet will be missing behind, like a ship, where you will see the ship disappearing over. Like if you see a ship going out to sea, eventually. You right, bro?
Not bad.
Pause is dropping with these two. One's having to translate between them. This is interesting. These guys, they weren't having it, bro. They were not having it.
I had one guy telling me about the Quran and I was like,
I get it. What are you saying? So now I understand. What were you saying?
9 miles, at sea level, on the beach, from one beach to the next. Cameras both his back, lasers both his back. 21 now. 21 now.
I'm with you.
Me. So 21 now. 21 too late. Live on YouTube.
Okay, so what happened was, in reality, you were on the beach. You were on the beach. There was a boat.
Filming one, no. From one beach to the next beach. You see where the coastline comes in? On the coastline, so see the coastline come in like this. Like this. One camera here, these tripods were all the way down, and at the end we had to use, you know, the baby tripods, put them on the actual, and then film that from another camera, and then film where that was so that we could get the message. Where do you find the, where does one find the Take care, my darling.
Cheers! Amanda Panda, Ricardo, shout out to everyone in the chat.
Well done. Let everyone
Blessed
see
art
Rubes.
now. I'm off skis. Need to go get
Ruben's
something to eat.
going, Cynthia's going, gorgeous Cynthia over there. She's off as well. And we're just here, we're going back and forth with these guys, so. I love it.
Lovely lady. Come shine. Bye guys.
Love it. See you next time, guys, yeah? So, okay, so, yeah, we're here. While we're on that subject, I'm going to have a cigarette, if you don't mind. Bye, guys. Okay, sorry, I'll have a look at the chat room in a second. Want to get a cigarette? I'll bring it a little bit closer.
Thank you very much, ma'am, for the conversation.
Thank you guys. Cheers. You too. Okay, well at least they said thanks for the conversation. That ended well, right? They had a little chat amongst themselves, and it went. I know smoking's bad, drinking coke's bad. I know. Eventually, I will sort it out and I will do better, and not end up being such a tragic health case. So maybe I'll come off camera while this happens, shall I? Yeah. So let me go back over here now. We're on the move, people. We're on the move. Oh, no.
Now, according to different phases of the star, and you should know about these. You know, split.
Am I off? Cool. Right. Lovely. This guy's telling Dave Murphy he's got to give people an alternative. Good. Dave's in beast mode. Yeah, it's like, yeah, well, it is what it is, right? I'm bad, I've got a cigarette. He's really triggered, man. No, Trinity's missing out today. He's spending the day with his family, but he'll be here another time, Fokker. I messaged Trinity this morning, and apparently he was on for quite some time last night, so I think he's having a nice relaxing day with the family today. See, they don't even accept what's being said. It's so sad. The next guy's just said, "Why do you believe the Earth's flat?" And Dave's not allowed to say, "Why do you believe it's a ball?" Such a shame. I'm going to get a little bit closer to stay off camera. This guy's come with notes, you know. He's come with notes. Now he's talking about the Coriolis effect.
When
If we were talking crap, why have they got to have someone here defending the ball? There's always a ball defender.
Bro, that is the Coriolis.
Yep, Black Earth dude, you're right.
Okay, do you want me to explain or do you want to explain? Yes, I am. That's the Coriolis effect. But that is the Coriolis effect. How the movement of air is the Coriolis effect. Go ahead. We go to
It's going to look like it's going to go round in a because they're on a spinning platform. If there's a about the merry-go-round looking down, that ball down a straight line. Does that make sense? Look, it's an effect. Right? The movement of the curvature of the ball is an effect.
So the Coriolis effect is an optical illusion.
It's an effect.
It's an optical illusion.
Hey, Sleeping Warrior, thank you for tuning in.
Look, even if you don't believe, in the Coriolis effect, what it means in terms of quality and size, it's completely different from what you say.
Shall I ask the gas container pressure question? Shall I ask it? How do we have a gas container without a pressure? How do we have pressure without a gas container? What? Am I right? How do we have gas pressure without a container? Sorry, just finishing my cigarette here, guys. Chat room, do you want to get involved? Do you want to put your 2 cents worth in, yeah? Come on, it's getting a bit aggy now. Come on, look, 3 of them on Dave. Look.
Visibility is 10 miles. Visibility is 20 miles. You can only see a certain way through this atmosphere. You can't see forever.
When the sky is clear, you should potentially see forever.
No, atmosphere, you can't. Can you see?
Okay, bro, listen.
Can you see that
Absolutely right.
No, if there were mountains in the distance, they'd be washed out with a huge blue. Further away it is, and then the blue it is, and the less you can see it, the atmosphere.
A while ago, you said that when you bring a telescope to the sea, and you see a boat kind of disappearing to your naked eye.
I've also got people that are ex-military in the chat room that are actually discrediting what this guy is saying. So it's quite interesting to see ex-military completely discrediting the Coriolis effect. That's in real time as well. There's people giving very big paragraphs discrediting what this guy is saying. I'm just being, on the fence, but I'm just letting everyone know that there is people, good few tens of people discrediting what this guy is saying. So, Juan, I just got your message across. The guy in the middle, he's just paid attention to what I'm saying there. So,
That you can re-see it again. You can't, unless you go higher. When you go higher, you will be able to see it again. The first thing, second thing.
Of people doing just that. And I've done it myself. Personal experience. I've done it myself.
First hand, yeah? First hand?
First hand experience.
Wow.
But you can disprove that.
Once it disappears, you can tell us it disappears again from the top. When it's
Well said, National Memorial Gardens. Oh dear, oh dear. Well said, Sleeping Warrior.
Yes, it's like a bottom of garden. When in certain weather conditions, you get the strand of reflection.
Yeah, well said.
Towards the bottom of the boat, yeah, and basically reflect the top of the boat. It reflects, it inverts the image. It inverts the image. But it is, you can see, you don't see, you can see from the wheels going downwards and the car goes upwards. Yeah? So it's a mirror image. Okay, so if you see, there's the cars there and the wheels in here. Yeah? It's a mirror image. It's not like that.
He's doing great. He is doing great. Yeah.
When we talk about choreography, most people talk about snipers shooting long distance. Yeah? So when we talk about choreography, what do they talk about? Snipers have to take it into
Can I ask a quick? Sorry, excuse me. Excuse me. Can I ask a quick question? Just a quick question. It's regarding the Coriolis effect. I've got someone in my chat room. I've got quite a few ex-military in there as well. Quite a few people are saying that the Coriolis force only applies with a roundabout, unless you can prove that we are actually spinning. Can you prove that we're spinning? Can you prove that the Earth is spinning? The Coriolis effect only applies to a roundabout. That, of course, unless you can prove that we're spinning. Can you prove that's based on? So you're begging the question that we're even spinning in the first place. But go on.
Yeah, no.
You are, but go on. Fire away. Yeah. I've just chimed in and genuinely asked you a valid question. I'll interrupt all I want, thank you very much. If I don't agree with what you're saying and you're talking drivel, good for you. Didn't want to address it, actually. Yeah, didn't want to address it. Ooh. Doesn't like being interrupted. Can you see his notes?
Is about the spherical Earth spinning.
Yep, ego. He's got his notes and he's not deviating off those notes. Very, very rude, exactly. I'm not going to get triggered today.
Why? Because inertia. You move with the point. You move with the bus when you are in the bus.
Indeedy.
Just the thing to stop.
Got quite a crowd though.
Even if you're not
people
in the
listening
bus,
in.
you can still jump up and you end up in the exact same spot. Also, if you jump out of the bus,
Correct,
you will
Bocker.
go on the same direction.
They are.
Driving. That is inertia. Now, Coriolis effect has a lot to do with it. Because the air around
I agree, Bevs. Master Bevs, I absolutely agree.
Now, the thing is, if the air is
Yep.
moving with the globe, that means inevitably in the poles it will move slower.
Greta, you're funny.
Because the equator does a full spin, a bigger spin at the same time, but the poles are smaller. What is your YouTube channel?
Roxanne, the globalist denial.
Is not like wrong.
A lot of interaction in the chat room about conversations going on just now.
Different distances from the equator. You have a difference in the
Globalist.
air of the equator, lies in the air of the poles.
No worries.
In those different airs, you will see that they move at different speeds. And that collision creates a rotation movement, which creates the hurricanes and the cyclones if it happens in a high pressure field. Now, what are hurricanes and cyclones? And this is exactly what can prove the Coriolis effect in real life.
He's just said hurricanes and cyclones are what prove the Coriolis effect. Imagine that's what they said at Oxford. Yes, well with the notes indeed. Look.
When all the cyclones are in the south. Now, where is the distinction? Because the hurricanes...
And he's reading off of them as well. You see, he's reading off of them. Completely reading off of them. I'm assuming that his boss gave him those. Oh, bless.
Why is that? Because the air in the equator is divergent. It diverges, so it doesn't allow them to come closer. You know what I mean?
I can imagine you probably would if you were here, right? Sleeping Warrior, you probably would say the same thing.
Most of the winds that we have nowadays
demand me something I don't know. I know this. I know. No, but this isn't a Coriolis effect. You're describing wind patterns. You're describing wind patterns. The Coriolis effect is what I describe. On a moving body, yeah? when you actually send something moving across that moving body in a straight line.
Well said. I'm laughing. It's funny. I find this hysterical. Oops, sorry. Okay, so the joke is this is funny. I'm supporting is this one here saying that what
there's a place you can go on.
Yeah, not that the earth is flat necessarily, but that it's not what we've been taught. What we've been taught. You can see where the wind patterns but exactly is. But what we can't do is do that. People like you come in I understand it, like people like Man U come here and tell everyone. But for me, it's like the analogy. He's coming in with the whole time of like, I don't describe it.
The sun goes round in one direction. One particular direction. Cold air is
if I'm going to prescribe to any scripture, like any religion,
in the southern hemisphere, the wind starts coming out from the south.
Man-gate.
Man-gate. Towards the low pressure where the sun is.
Man-gate.
So it rotates one way. See, in the northern hemisphere, cold air.
That's when you realise. That's what.
Low pressure, warm air, that way, so it rotates it other way. Nothing to do with movement. The only movement at all is a movement of a heat source going around.
You're going to be specific. That's another thing. Who taught you the geography? This is my point, my friends. This is my point. Look how you were ready to laugh at me. That's what we've got you. I'm not wrong in landscape. Let me finish.
You made a few comments. That explains why you got two different directions of any thing I said before they took it off, you noticed and watched it in action. Let's watch it. They took it off because we were making videos about Coriolis effect, right? Anybody mentions the Coriolis effect, they always go to say sniper bullets, infantry shells, they have to take the Coriolis effect into account. We cannot find a single sniper who says they have to take it. And in any case,
for the common law, for everyone, the majority of the world, the majority of the world is in the Middle East. It is connected from Egypt, yeah, but there's a river running between them. Well, there is. So then Egypt runs there. Egypt's the most
When you asked, I'm just asking, when you said where you
asked you just out of curiosity.
Do you know?
Let me reverse it back.
How do you know? How do you know? Right, exactly. You know.
For me, I'm more here having a bit of
you say something before you say anything.
But now, for me, I'm looking at others.
I'm glad for you. As I said, I'm looking at evidence. I can see, I can look at the sun. I can look at the sun and see the sun rays come through the broken clouds.
That's really why I keep coming back. I feel like not only just me, like, I feel like
When you talk about stuff like this, you're saying it's not being answered. What do you think is the problem? I've lied to us about everything. They've lied about everything. They've started trouble. They've started trouble between a lot of
I'm just going to move that to get it on them. Sorry, I just want to come up. Not on us. I promise you, it's on them.
Yeah. No, they've started a lot of trouble between religions, countries. Because once upon a time, Jews and Muslims lived together. In Palestine, they lived together. We can't deny that. They lived under the same.
Over time, everything's had dividers put in all the way.
No, through time has passed, and these common world leaders have gotten stronger and stronger. The world has just been getting divided and divided by time.
Yeah.
How else can I put it to you?
You're right, if I have a cigarette here, is that right?
Yeah, it's great, it's cool. Do you have a spare one, man?
I think I do.
If you do,
No, I'll get
I'll
some.
smoke it. My brother's still there. Yeah, like I was saying, it's not fair that Commonwealth leaders.
She'll have a light somewhere, sorry.
Huh?
I'll have a lighter somewhere. It'll be somewhere, sorry, darling.
When did they decide to you see the sky. But you don't see the outside. So you are on Earth.
I think someone's gone with it. Alright, we're going to need to find someone who's got a light. No worries, cool.
Probably is absolutely true.
Shit.
It's absolutely
Sorry, what? I'm just here off camera having a conversation with somebody who doesn't want to be on camera, so just bear with me for a second.
Yeah, like I was saying, these Commonwealth leaders have like put together a plan to split up the world and make people believe that all their life is to work, pay their mortgage, pay their rent.
Unfortunately, slavery didn't die, so they just renamed it as
Employment. That's it.
I think they
Because
realise.
if you actually think about it, it's 28 days a year enough for holiday. It's not. Someone's got to live.
And if you look at it, where internationally can we go and live on land from the local government?
That's why they've made their land such superpowers and such a good place to make revenue of income. So everyone's just working. Whereas other natural resourceful countries, like for instance, you have Algeria. It's got everything: petrol, gas, uranium. It's got everything. Diamonds. They're kept. If people work at minimum wage, it wouldn't even matter because at least they're living. They have actually got money. It's better than living out on the streets or living on a shanty where it's not.
Look at what they do with the space program. Whether you believe in it or not, they're giving the space program over $1 million. Benefits. And then you look at America, they spend $52 million a day on it. That's European Space Agency, over $3 million. So the Jackson Space Agency, over $7 million. They're giving money to space companies that aren't doing something. I spoke to a
They're just
physicist.
experimenting the whole.
I spoke to a physicist. Unbeknownst to everyone here, myself, him, and another person, we got invited to Oxford University to do a debate. You know,
shared the same job.
Do you know what it says on the international?
I can't lie to you, it's just, I don't know, I feel like the world's just being made to be split up, everyone hates each other. Yeah, it's just like, apart from the big superpowers.
I think we've all gone into it, like you said.
Because I can't lie to you, God knows what happened with the Nazis, bro. They might have been the good and the better party, they might have been the worst.
Have you ever seen
I'm not saying that's what it was.
and he was talking about history being stories, the narrative of like history.
Yeah, it is. The winner of the war writes the story. That's how it is.
Right. That's where I'm coming from about being lied to.
Do France teach the Battle of Algiers? They don't teach it. But America do.
You know what Britain teaches? The Great Fire of London,
That's what they wouldn't teach anything that they've lost. Anything. They wouldn't teach the Battle of Jerusalem. Jerusalem, where Saladin Ayyub won that. They wouldn't teach that because they lost it. Yeah. And when Saladin Ayyub did win it.
You all know that it's always biased to other
Yeah. That's how they write the book. Yeah. That's how they write the book. That's why I don't believe a lot of history. I have to do deep research and learn. That's why I can't really believe what they say about Hitler. Yeah. Like even though we know, you wonder a lot about the world now.
And I think I truly feel that that's what certain parts of the organisation are getting to, where they go, actually, I'm talking straight on. If you're not talking legit, for me, the biggest thing is the truth. I had family that were living in but that's the first example where I said, but I think they're lying, I know they're lying. And then you start going, wait a minute.
That's why I don't believe about what they say about IS.
I don't even believe that this is something.
They didn't show him his death. And you know what? They showed their death and they made him seem like a bad person. They said that he was a killer, he was this. Saddam Hussein. What he done, he said, America, you have to stop paying in euros for petrol. Obviously, it's not going to benefit them, so what do? They kill him. Same thing with Gaddafi. He changed the currency to golden dinar. Golden dinar then would have been much more higher than the pound. So they didn't like that. That's not going to benefit them. Yeah.
That's what they do every time
something that doesn't benefit them.
You look at JFK. As soon as he started talking to the Americans, you know what?
He was a good person.
And I feel
he was probably my favourite American president.
And I feel like I'm not too prescribed to it, but I do feel like if you look at Trump's policies, all of his policies kind of are dismantling. So I acknowledge that world leaders are puppets. So because of that, I'm prepared to acknowledge they got puppets.
That's why I respect Putin and Erdogan. They actually speak up. They speak up for humanity. So Saudi Arabia, they've made a blockade there. Yemenis can't. They left the start, bombed every day by Saudi Arabia. And these are to be Muslim brothers. You get it? There was one time a Muslim brother that got split apart. They've killed off everyone that ever had hope in something. They've killed off.
And internationally, these stories don't go out because obviously the mainstream media is not.
Like, don't feel offended about what I'm about to say. I know you're Israeli originally, but with Israel and Palestine, for me, personally, Jews used to live in Palestine in peace and harmony. Nothing ever happened to them. So I don't feel like what was the reason for England to actually send Jews, majority of Jews, to Palestine and then give them their own state. And when they sent them there, they knew that the only place that Jews would never be accepted would be with these because of the same state, same colour. Yeah, they did. No, they did. And the guy, do you know about the? That's what they do. The Rothschild family is Jew. And you've also got a guy from Israel, Tel Aviv. He's actually involved with the Congolese government and the slavery to Congolese people that are given out there. I forgot his name.
Just going to check in with my chat room. Left them unguarded. Sorry guys, can you hear that conversation that's going on? I'm just literally having a conversation with this guy that's just behind me. So my ears have now popped. All I can hear is myself talking, but I'm having quite a good conversation with this guy behind me. So I'll get this camera a little bit closer and see if you can hear. Right, hold on. Let's see. Can you hear him? Can you hear Dave speaking? Thank you. Okay, so yeah, that guy was from Saudi Arabia. He was really quite intellectually clued up. In fact, there he goes there. That guy just there. Him. So yeah, it's a good look. God, my ears are completely popped. Hi.
Remember you remember me? And I was at London Bridge. Man. Good man. I was looking for your picture. I'm just waiting for you to finish so I can say well done. How's the moon? Have you noticed since the last time I spoke to you? So where's
You're off camera, you're off camera. We can speak, it's on there. You can speak here, it's cool, it's cool. So I met this guy on the bridge in London when I was out with John Smith, Globelide, Trinity 4 and Lee. You can't see him, but shout hi to the chat room.
Hey.
Yeah? Saw him about a week ago, but he's just come to me talking about the moon being within the atmosphere. Now, it's all a load of copy pop. It's all a load of copy pop. It's bad. The amount of stuff that's coming out now, bro. They're giving little bits here and little bits there, but you just think, I think they're getting worried. When I watched the Trump speech, he was like, we're going to go and explore new horizons. He went, it's not what you think. Well, if it's not that, out of line, isn't it? It's got to be. It's got to be. And he's like, we've got to go and regulate that. Huh?
Beyond the iceberg.
Yeah. You know it. How can you explore new horizons? You're going to go and explore new horizons. And he said, it's not what you think. So if it's not what you think, what's that? You're not going there. You're going there. It's got to be. It's got to be. It's got to be, bro.
I'm so glad our movement, yeah? At the time, we kept strong. Everyone was ridiculing.
You just got to keep going through the rotten tomatoes, bro, like I am. I'm going through it left, right and centre. My social circles, they're coming back to me bit by bit, but there's more time coming back to me. Oh, but it's not flat because. It's flat because. And I'm going, it's hard. It's not
Strong woman. Strong.
You've got to keep going, bro. But even today, people are like, so why do you believe in? I don't. Now do you want to have a conversation? Why do you think about flat earth for? You're a flat earther? Quite lethal, yeah. Primarily speaking, I'm not
They try to
denying
use
that.
that term as a derogatory term to make us feel like,
Bruv,
yeah, it's a
do you know
slur.
what? See this guy over here?
Yeah.
Yeah? That comes from today. It's a racial slur. Man said it. Flat earther is a racial slur. It's derogatory. I said, thank you. Seeing that he's of colour himself, it's far more comforting for someone like him to tell me that than for me to stand up.
You've got support, man.
I'm telling you.
And I've been reading a lot, yeah, trying to look at, you know, the ancients. That obviously I've seen the Bible perspective, the bibliography perspective. I'm looking at the ancient Hindu perspective, the African perspective. All of them have got flat earth. Every single one has a theory of the flat earth. They thought this Copernicus, whoever the fuck his name was, came, yeah.
Do you know that people were getting killed and put in prison? Not the flat earth, they were getting put away for telling people they were on a ball.
It's fascism at its finest.
I'm telling you, bro. It's, to me, I've had this kind of energized electric vibe today. See the way Dave's handling these guys here?
How do you make another person like that so strong and able to defend everything?
I think we're doing probably as most elite, most highest work as we possibly can. Like modern day society. And I don't mean that because I'm not really into the whole Christianity stuff. If we were to deem us as something, no one's paying us. No one paid you to come here. No one paid him to come here. Just here, off of our own backs, taking flat on top of it, taking abuse for it. Going home, it's not, this is, I don't know if you get it. It's like, you know, we don't want no one to pat you on the back. You kind of just want to go, do it as well. Do it as well. What are you doing? Why are you sitting on the fence?
Ego's the biggest thing.
I don't mind. Once upon a time, social standards were fine. I had everything to lose. Friends, everything. You just have to get to the point where you go. If I die tomorrow, I die like this. I don't know, innit? I don't know. I've got to let go, innit? I've got to let go. Why? Because I know, innit? I go out of here. How can I live the life? Like, I was saying to someone earlier on, I was trying to think of how to convey this to you, bro. Like, so you're born, like, see the story about Sodom and Gomorrah, yeah? And you know what, I'll take it off them from, I'll put it on me. And hopefully everyone can hear this. I won't put you on blast, don't worry. Do you know how many people have told me today? By the way, do you see it's a bit lack of fucking cameras around? No one's got mobile phones. It's almost like only a month ago I was here, rather than it's like no one wants to get filmed anymore. So,
Your fella.
oh yeah, long story. Yeah. Well, off camera. Yeah, no worries. So, oh no, you're right. I'm here. It's all good. So, hopefully, you guys can hear me. So, I was just literally about to say to my friend here, what was I about to say actually? What was I about to? You know when you just lose your train of thought like that. Does anyone remember what I was saying a minute ago? Shit.
If you need the planet. Now, the life.
Yes, that's it. So, I feel like we've been like born into a modern day Sodom and Gomorrah, yeah? If you are, I'm just using it as an analogy, in the sense where I've been born, I don't know anything, and then I've been indoctrinated. Hopefully I'm not saying anything that any of you haven't heard before, but once upon a time I was a baby and I knew there was light and there was dark and there was my bottle and there was my nappy and there was my mum and my dad. And then you get put through the phase before preschool of there's Santa, there's the Easter Bunny, there's the Tooth Fairy and this and that, but you don't voluntarily get put into it. You get forced into it, you get spoon-fed it. Your parents go, be a good girl, and Santa will come. Then you go through the lies, and then you sit there at the table, and you say to yourself, 10 years old, shall I tell my mum and dad I don't believe in Santa anymore? Because I don't. But wait, they said that Santa was going to give me a bike, innit? So,
it's the one that
crap. Yeah, I'm going to let it ride for another year. But what that does is that breaks the home. Because what that has is the parents looking at you over the dinner table knowing full well Santa's alive. You're looking at your mum and dad, chatting to them knowing Santa's full well alive. You're all putting on an act inside the home.
Wow.
They got inside the yard from early, man. They got inside the yard from early. Yeah? Wow. So then you go to school and then they go, whoa, look, no, you're on a ball. And then you live and then you die. Yeah? But then, where do we go after here? So you've got whole people out there living and dying a lie, which they didn't ask to be born into. For me, that's like a modern day Sodom and Gomorrah. You've got people that live in that situation, but they don't even know what they're living in. They didn't prescribe to it, they were just taught it. And then when you have conversations like this, like that, where you got people getting angry with Barry because he's taken their ball away from them in a conversation. Ridicule, take the piss. And these people claim to be religious. Same people that claim to be religious will use homonyms and be rude and disrespectful. Even like how you've seen Dave handle today. People have been disrespectful to him, he's handled it the same way. And I don't profess to be saying anything in here that none of you have ever heard before. I'm just saying this is a living, breathing, proved example of this maintaining. And as long as we've got people living and dying, meanwhile we know we've been taught a lie, we don't need to know what it is. I don't need to know what it is. All I know is what I've been taught is a lie. And until we can remove all the variables off the table and ascertain what it's not, how the hell are we supposed to ascertain what it is? So I keep all day today. So well, I do believe in flat Earth then. I don't. Why are you asking me if I believe in flat Earth? Well, what are you here for then? Because I don't believe it's a ball.
Exactly.
Why do you believe it's a ball? It's not about me, is it? It's not about me, it's about you. Why you? And it's like, rah. No, it's not about me. Just today I had someone argue that the burden of proof was on me. I said, how? He says, you're making a claim. No, I'm not. You're claiming the Earth's flat. No, actually not. Out here saying the claim has been made. It's a lie. How do you know? Well, look. So that's really my ethos of it. How can you have people living and dying in a lie they never subscribe to?
And the kids are born into the lie.
Yeah. That's where I'm coming from. Even these guys earlier on, they were talking about geography. Who teaches us geography? Same people that teach us that lie.
Exactly. Who made the atlas? Who made the picture of the atlas?
All of it. All of it. So, meanwhile I'm here, I'm going to say hi to the chat room as well. Tappa, Ranty, Bessie, Sleeping Warrior, Rude Earther, CGI Ranty, Dave Mordy, Kimmy, Bling Bling, Marco, The Globe Lie, Red Eye Jedi, Oxpro, Dave Zimmermill, Q Smith, Astral, John Sharp, Stephen Watson, Ricardo, Master Bebs, Jaybird, Sultan of the Symmetry, Juan Carlos.
Shout out everyone, man.
Yeah, shout out everybody in the chat room. It's been awesome so far. I'm not going to be here for much longer. I'm going to have to wrap it up soon, but I will be here for let me see what the time is. Let's have a look. Yeah, we're doing it. It's only 5:30. So it's early days yet, guys. It's early days yet. We still get to the night time. I have done that before, you know. I've been here till done night time. It's done a good old.
It's for the cause. It's for the cause, man.
My thing is while there's still, and as you can see, there is a lot of people here. The camera's that way up. As you can see, it's not like it's genuinely not like we're struggling for people to talk to. But again, I want to say, I don't have any recollection of any of us here chasing anybody down. There's no point. In fact, I'm not sure I've ever seen that anywhere. Not even with John Smith Globelight. Even when John Smith Globelight and Jason and John Thor are out, banners are there, people come to them, people want to talk about it or they don't.
An exciting topic.
It's that simple. Some people, like that couple there, yeah? That couple right there, they're having a good look. He's taking a good picture. He's definitely having a good picture of that. She's reading it, they're interacting with it. They may walk off. And when they walk off, they might have a talk about it. None of us need to talk to them right now. None of us need to walk up to them and go, so, it's not a case of troubling everybody that comes up to the banner. And I'm saying this as a disclaimer in case any of you are like, oh, look, you've missed an opportunity to talk to them and you've missed I look at it as, no, they've passed up an opportunity to speak to me. They can clearly see I'm here with a camera. They can clearly see I'm standing here. I'm ready like a service agent waiting to talk. Although she does look like she's quite interested now. She's coming round. I see her smiling like she wants to hear what the boys are saying. I like that. I like that. They could have carried on walking, but they didn't. And this, for me, is magic when I see that. I can see so many people walking past. Look, these girls on the bike. They stopped. They just went, what? She went, what the hell's that? And she went, I don't know. I'm going to go in and have another look. Love it. Love it. You can see her face. She's absolutely like, hold on. Yeah, look, this one. Look behind me. Look, she's come around here. Because she doesn't really want to be seen looking. You see how deep this is, bro? Yeah? We're going to keep it moving. They were going up there until they looked at the banners and they went, oh, maybe we'll just have a... And it's weird. It's people that are wanting... It's almost like Neo syndrome. People that are looking for the truth will be the ones that stop.
Drawn to it.
If you're not looking for the truth, it's like you don't even see it in the peripheral. It's like your blinkers are on. Just keep it moving. It's magic.
You've got to seek it. You're right.
Yeah. See, standing on these banners here. We've got the other one there. We've got these guys here chatting. And
it's beautiful.
It is. To me, this is like the best theme park ever. If I could do this every week, I would. If I could somehow facilitate being here every single Sunday, I would. But first and foremost, I'm a mum. I got no bills to take care of, the job, and everything else. So in my mind, other people go to church every Sunday. If it's going to be this is my church. This is the only church I want to go to. The one that speaks the truth. The one that will have you standing there speaking your mind.
I don't even have any doubt anymore. That I don't have any doubt we are not on the book. I 100%
For me, I'm exactly. The doubt's gone. There maybe was a shadow of doubt when I was searching for flat Earth proof. Searching for flat Earth proof was much more difficult than searching for the globe being alive in my mind. I started to then focus on the claims that have been made instead of looking at claims about the flat Earth that have been made.
You have to make that distinction.
There's two different sets of claims that are going on there, man. And I feel that that's where the real discernment starts to come in. Just personally for me, I felt that when I was on a flat Earth quest, it kind of didn't lead me down the road I needed to go to. Whereas when I started attacking the claim that had been made and looking far into that, that's when I realised, okay, that's where it is, bruv. That's where the core root of the problem is. And I feel like possibly the PSYOP could be the flat Earth argument. Arguing about ice walls, arguing about things that no one can prove, arguing about things that no one can prove. I'd rather bring some tangible evidence to the table of the claim that's been made to be false.
This is the next level.
Yeah. And this is where people get the argument wrong. They think they're going to come up and have an argument with a tinfoil wearing crazy lunatic fucking flat Earth Society person, and then they realise, oh, you guys want to have a civilised discussion about the globe being alive? Oh, right. Oh, well then, let's talk.
Changes the whole paradigm.
Yep. All of a sudden they're not laughing, and all of a sudden they're back on the right. Well, buckle up. And you do feel people because they realise that you're about to break their whole belief system in half.
Fundamental thing that based every action in their life, getting married, having kids, everything they want to do is based on the globe. And one way or another, shape or form is based on the globe.
Everything. And that's the bit where you're just like, right, it's lost then, isn't it? That's where we are. That's unfortunately where we are. It's mad. It's mad, bruv. It's mad. I'm really pleased to see the interaction that's going on in the chat room just now, guys. Like, nice one. I'm going to keep going for as long as I can. I've still got this phone charging. This phone's just been drama from the get-go. Battery just went whoop real quick. I've got another phone, but I'll say the battery's going to go quick on that one as well. Yeah, that one's it's like borderline non-existent. So the thing with these phones, I've got two power packs on me. I've got one charging just now. It's going in, but it's just going incredibly slowly. Good, so I'll come back on camera for a little minute and maybe I'll do this to make it a little bit more interesting because you guys have only got that in the background. Zoom Truth, David, my darling, thank you so much for tuning in. I'm going to give you a little bit of me and the background, my darling. Maybe I should do that. I'm thinking we should move where we are. Maybe we should go over there. Right, let's go. I feel like a little professional with my little tripod. I don't like the fact that I've only got a phone on it though. Compared to everyone else has got like really like big fucking cameras on it, like, and I'm like, no Nikon, just an iPhone.
Gets the job done.
Yeah, man. So I'm trying to see if I can get a little bit more of that. So for some reason, how do I make that level? Ah, yes, I can. Okay. Okay, so with a bit of luck, I'm a bit more level now. And you can see there. Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you hear me? Can you all hear me? Good, good, good. How are you all doing in the chat room? Are you enjoying it so far? Look, I've got a bit of room. Okay, we're going in. We're going in. Okay. Great. So I'm nearly there with the battery. It probably would have been better for me to come offline and then go back online again and give the phone a chance to charge. Huh? Yeah. So then I just said, actually, keep it live. May as well keep it live. Roxanne, ask Pink Pants guy his height. Yeah, he's at least 6'4". My dad's 6'3", and he looks a little bit taller than my dad. Yeah, 6'4". You literally want me to randomly walk up to him and ask him his height, like, hello, hi, how tall are you, my friend? What is your height? Why have I got, what is the thing with his height, guys?
He didn't. You look at.
Should I go over there? Huh? Yeah, man. Fire away, darling.
Just recently, I saw just a video, a clip of this reporter, independent reporter, going up to all the people from the Apollo missions, 11 to 16 or something like that, all the missions, asking them how it felt to be on the moon and how the trip was and things like that.
Did you find that none of their stories corroborated? They all contradict each other.
They punched him and they kicked him. They said, leave us alone. They didn't even want to engage in the conversation.
Who was he asking?
Buzz Aldrin and all
are you talking about Bart Sabrell?
That's it.
He's talking about the Bart. You remember when Bart went and asked them Buzz and all of that about how it felt to be on the moon, and they like punched him, like triggered much. Triggered. Exactly. No, that's not Ruben. Everyone thinks you're Ruben. This is so funny. No, that's not Ruben. No, actually, you do sound a little bit like Ruben. Your voice is quite similar. Yeah. So, no, this isn't Ruben. This is RJ. We met RJ, Trinity 4, myself, John Smith Global, and Lee Al. We all met RJ. Actually, no. I met you here first time at Speaker's Corner with Ray, and then the second time I met you was at London Bridge when I was at John Smith, Trinity 4, myself and Lee were all there doing activism when we went down to the embankment as well. And you know, it's almost been a year, man, and when you walked up to me, I straight up recognised your face. I was like, I know that face. And you know what? We've literally only met each other for seconds, but it's when you meet a like-minded person, it's almost like it stays with you. It's like you've met family. It literally feels like family. It does. It's a good look. Everyone keeps talking about Pink Pants. Yeah, we did. Everyone's saying hi RJ. Massive love.
Love back, guys. Keep spreading the good word.
I love that. And that's what this is all about. This is all about individuals coming together to share a common knowledge that we've been lied to. We've been lied to in the worst way, guys. The worst way possible. Yeah? And the fact that, like RJ was saying, that we come out here off our own backs like other people do. Zoom Truth, you know all about this. You've done the boardwalk, bruv. You've done that. You know that takes getting up off your own arse and standing up. It's one thing to just maybe get on a mic and go, ugh. But it's another thing getting out here onto the streets and actually doing it and keep doing it and do it some more and keep doing it some more, because you know if we don't, they'll just come across and sweep us under the carpet like they have done with every other generation in the past. Every other generation. That's why it's incredibly important to keep having the human interactions and keep the conversation going, which is what's going on here. Look, the conversation's still flowing. They're still holding it down. We've got Barry holding it down here, and look, behind me, you got Reese as well. Let me just zoom in and show you behind me. Reese is going in there as well. There is, hold on, let me find my camera. There it is. There is Reese there, and he's talking to a few people there. Zoo's there, a few other people talking there, and who else? Hold on, let's just pan around a little bit. I'll show you. There's Barry. Barry's going in, and Dave's holding it down with 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 people. He's holding it down with, and this guy here, he's on side as well. He's on side as well. So, not even met him yet. Not even met him yet. Admittedly, getting a bit thirsty, so I might have to crack open the old coconut water, you know. And I'm so not going to the shop to buy cigarettes. I was going to go, and then I was like, yeah. Oh shit. Yeah, man. All day. All day. Yeah, man. Great group of speakers doing a good lot of good. Thank you, my darling. We have. In fact, I will take it off the tripod in a bit and show you around. But look, the place is still busy. Look, there's still like loads and loads and loads of people here, all the way down to there, all the way down to the cafe at the bottom. And there's people here. There's people all the way from here, all the way around. Oh, so like that. Yeah, you can see. They're all still having a chat. And there's more people coming into the park all the time. Lopez, hello my darling. How are you, sweetheart? Thank you so much for joining. Been here for a few hours since about 1:30. Gonna. What do I even do?
And all this I'll show you the other. The airplane's going all the way around. Right. And
See, you learn a new thing every day. Hello guys, Roxanne's floating. I'm telling you. Oh wow. Lopez, wait till I tell you what I just tried. That was some craziness. It's new age. It's a new world out here, guys. I just got shown some technology that has literally just blown my mind. I'm gonna have to come off camera again to have a look at this technology again. It's very important. In fact, I think I need to put my I'm Clever on. I know what I'm Glasses talking about. Yeah. That is the way forward, man. Oh wow. Love those. Hello everyone. Love and Light Brigade here. Start busting into some Bob Marley tunes in a minute. Where's my soapbox? Wow. Yeah, dude. I'm gonna save this tech for another time. I'm gonna get the link for this tech. See, once I've got the tech, I'm gonna go live with it. I'll go live and I'll give everyone the plug for it. But yeah, you're gonna have to watch and wait for this, mate. What is that? that. Wow. That's not. Wait. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah, they can all, something's blown Roxanne's head. I've realised that all they can hear is me going, yeah. Mind blown. Literally just got mind blown. Right. The what specs are on now. Scholar Roxanne's on her way now. God love it. Yeah. It's almost like a meal. You know what I mean? I literally feel like I'm just to a restaurant. Like, where's my coffee and biscuits? Wow. Again, I want to thank everybody for taking the time to tune in to us so far. We're here live at Speaker's Corner, Hyde Park, London. Stay with us, we're not going anywhere. I'm going to get back into the conversation and let you guys hear what's going on with allegedly Dave. And over there we've got Reese. I'll zoom in here, you'll see Dave still going ham with pink trousers guy. He is. I'm just looking at my yeah, I've got 31%. I should be alright for a microphone bit for a second now. So yeah, Dave's got like 6 on 1 at the moment, guys. There's like 6 guys crowding him up. GMCDXX, long time no see, brother. Nice to see you in the chat room. Amanda FE Globe Denied, nice to see you too, sweetheart. Martin Leeka, thank you so much for taking the time out to tune in. No Curve, No Edge, thank you for tuning in. Gregorio Lopez, saludos desde Contelagos, Veracruz. Yeah. Graham Dunlop, thank you for tuning in as well. I just don't want to miss anyone out. Just going to go up the list a little bit. Everybody that's there as well. Juan, Ricardo, Cami, my darling, thanks for still being here. Jason, awesome. Yeah, Barry's doing great. Kimmy, my darling, lovely to see you here. Flat Earth, dude rocks. Eye Level Awakening, thanks for being here. Zenith, my darling, thanks so much for being here. Hope the decorating's going all right. Paul Rogers, thanks for tuning in, sweetheart. Amanda, yep, you're there, sweetheart. Q Smith. Soundly's Heroes. Oh, why does Roxanne get so angry when someone disagrees with her? It's just one of my many traits, darling. I am trying to improve on it though. I think I get it from my mum. My dad used to say my mum could kill a man at 50 paces just with her tongue. So, you know, I'm ever improving. I'm hoping that I'm getting better and I'm growing as an individual and getting less triggered when people trees me off. Where? Where? I don't know. Good for you, Zenith. It's good to take a break. You got to pace yourself, my darling. Tony Tiger, Grow Roats, Shlomo Aziz, and Tando Cabos. Hello from Mexico City. Hi to you too. Spooky Perp. Hello, my darling. Thank you for tuning in. Again, thank you for everyone that's here with us as we are here today at Speaker's Corner, Hyde Park, London. I'm going to bring the camera a little bit closer in and see if I can get them some better sound. I'm just popping the camera here, yeah? Right, so still don't think we're going to get any sound. I'm going to have to go, I think I need to go behind, so I'm going to go back around onto the grass area and see if I can get a better shot there. And then I'll pop the microphone on, guys. So with a bit of luck, should should, being the operative word, be able to hear what's going on.
If you get a cup, right, and it's a metre long cup with water in it, and you put your finger through that,
It will displace water, but it's still
but
flat.
it's still raised up to the same level.
Yeah, but it's still flat. It's flat. Which is why we see this. However, it's over a very long period of
Right.
What about the tent? Right over there, just nice What about Lake Michigan? I've been to Lake
You guys should hear a bit better now.
Like Balaton in Hungary. Yeah, I've also happened in place. Done experiments there. Yeah, I was in Balaton. We shot a laser across that lake. Yeah, we should have seen curvature. We didn't see curvature. Yeah, we're shooting a laser across the lake. We went 12 kilometers out. We had a speedboat with a board on the back. Hit literally level. It should have been 32 feet above our heads. No. No curvature over that lake.
I'm trying to think of a thing here without going into hills. I want to go into hills. So, for example, you can see, because I thought in theory is that, so let's say, for example, the ground is going up because you're on a hill, okay? The curvature is going down. Even though the laser is here at this point, as long as it is on a slant, it kind of counteracts the...
Yeah, water though. We're firing over water. Yes, over a lake, you know, a massive lake. And the lake's only a metre high, deep. Right, so there's no turbulence or there's no, because it's nice and flat. Yeah. No, we couldn't find curvature. The very first thing I did when I was looking at this flat Earth thing, and I thought it was all bollocks. Yeah. Oh no, it's rubbish. As I found the curvature calculation, 8 inches per mile squared on a 25,000 mile circumference. Yeah. So I went down to Plymouth Hoe. Okay, and there's a lighthouse 8 miles away. So I got my camera and I'm down at the water's edge, yeah? Zoomed in on it, I could see the bottom of that lighthouse where the rocks meet the water, yeah? Now, 8 miles, it should have been 32 feet. 32 feet of it should have been hidden. No. The more, you know, with these cameras, we can zoom in and see boats that have supposedly gone over the horizon. They come back, right? We can't find curvature. You know, whenever you see balloons go up and you see the curvature of the Earth, right? You find they're using a fisheye lens, and when the camera goes like that, right, goes down, you get the curvature of the Earth effect. Yeah. When the camera goes up, you get the negative curve. You get a concave curve. Yeah. So it's like doing this, and you get when it's level with the horizon, you get a flat. Right. When it's down, you get a round. When it's up, it goes that way. Yeah, it's all fisheye. Okay, you can see it with the Felix Baumgartner jump. Yeah, he opens the door, and as the door opens, you see a flat horizon. But when it goes out and you see the camera showing the Earth, you get this huge curvature, and New Mexico underneath, yeah, taking up the whole Earth. Yeah, so it's bullshit. We cannot find curvature. And as I said, I'm just an ordinary bloke. And, you know, I don't want to be standing here looking like an idiot saying about the flat Earth. But this is, you know, I've been looking at this now for like more than 5 years. Yeah, I used to be a computer programmer, an electronic engineer. Yeah. Sorry.
Sorry, never mind. I retract my previous statement. Please continue.
And you know what? I'm not one to go for flights of fancy. Yeah, I've studied this now for 5 years, more than 5 years, I think. Okay, and you can see if you watch my first video.
Can everybody see the new one that's entered the arena now? Conferring. Just gonna get the image correct, yeah, so everyone can see what's going on here. They're conferring on the phone, comparing notes for the next attack. It's going to be quite hilarious to watch this, actually. False confidence that he's holding his phone as if to say, yeah, look, we're gonna go with that. We're gonna go with that. I find this so interesting to watch sometimes, how people kind of, you know, come to this upon themselves. And people think, I don't recognise them. That was the guy that got rude last year, do you remember? So, you know, try come looking different, but I remember them, the one in the hat. He had a NASA, do you remember he had a grey NASA jumper on last time? Yeah. Find it quite funny. I think they see that I've clocked them anyway. So, I'm going to get a better shot and let them move on to their next victims. Yeah? Yeah, exactly. Exactly. So I'm just going to go back in with the microphone. I've just got to come away from the camera a little bit to do that, and I haven't got anyone else to hold the camera for me. Yeah. Just to let you know, chat room moderators beware. I can see that we might end up having a few people in the chat room that are on their task at the moment, looking into things.
When you get one of these cameras, again, this is a P16, you get P900 or P1000, and you zoom in on one of those stars, and you see something amazing. Yeah? Every single star is unique. Right?
Some of them going to come in closer again so you can hear Dave.
Another one looks like a watery fire. Another one looks like a disc with colours around it. Another one looks like a wheel with spokes.
Star in a jar, Dave.
Yeah,
Star in a
star
jar.
in a jar.
Google it. Star in a jar.
And they're not, you know, they don't have a shape. They're just lights.
Okay, I want you to look at the star in a jar briefly. Okay?
That's the flat Earth map.
Exactly, yes. And as you can see, it maps out the distance between Johannesburg, South Africa, and all of New Zealand. Now, you're very positive that there is no South Pole, and there's no way you can fly over the South Pole because it's just a giant ice surrounding this. Correct. Yeah. Now, the range of a 747, if I recall correctly, is about 8,000 odd miles or so, okay? Would you say that distance between South Africa and New Zealand, flying via the North Pole, which is the shortest distance, given the circumference of the Earth, is 8,000 miles? And if you take into account speed divided by...
That's your point. I'll agree with whatever you say.
My point is the flight landed within 16 hours of taking off from Johannesburg and landing in Auckland, New Zealand. Okay? Okay. And it would not have had the fuel necessary to travel the distance that your flat Earth theory posits.
But at the same time...
Non-stop.
As I said, I did explain about the jet stream. How
even with the jet stream, it would not be physically possible for that to be the case
Actually,
because there are no jet streams from south to north. Usually the jet streams are from west to east. East to west.
Okay, but what I'm saying is, I was saying about
west to east.
a flight from Australia to Chile, and
west to east. Yes, that's west to east. But what's talking south to north? There is no jet stream south to north. And even if there was, it's still not possible given the distance.
At the moment, I have no evidence that what you're saying is true. I recorded
Pink Pants is back.
so that I can go and research it.
Can you do me a favour?
I'm not. Can you finish?
This guy.
What I'm going to do is I'm going to go off and I'm going to research it. Yeah, and I'm not discounting what you're saying. I haven't seen it myself yet. Yeah, so I'm going to go and research. That's why I took the step.
I've got a little experiment. You can do it affordably, save up for a little bit, or you can do it literally by Google.
What is the shortest distance for a flight between Johannesburg? Okay.
Waste of time.
Yeah. Okay. What is the question? What is the shortest distance between Johannesburg and Sydney?
I think everyone should be asking about why we can see further than we should.
Well, what is
I don't know why we go down this road of dilly-dallying on these little details when fundamentally what we're taught is inaccurate.
It's an 11-hour flight.
You know?
I'm not sure. That one's the one that gets me. He's like, we can't see curvature, but I've seen that experiment done successfully to see curvature.
And I've seen it successfully done without seeing curvature. So it's like, personally, I've seen a laser at 9 miles. I've seen a laser at 21 miles. I've got a friend that lives in the Canary Islands that can see 123 kilometres away from beach to beach. So when you've got first-hand experiences that go against the grain of what we've been taught, you end up wondering, all right, so there's that story and there's that story, and somewhere in the middle we're going to have what's accurate. But what worries me is the radius isn't accurate. That bit we've established is now true. And while we're at the point of saying that, why was radius an assumption in the first place based on a load of maths? You know? So I can hear these arguments to a certain extent, but then I come back to the fundamentals of the actual space that's been made. So when people bring flat earth maps and say, well, how's the good question, I don't know. I'm still asking this question though. I'm still asking about the claim that's been made, if you will. And I think these arguments are somewhat of a waste of time. They kind of deflect from the initial argument that should be had. And there's a bit of a condescending attitude that I kind of get when I'm watching these conversations go by. The person that's questioning the claim seems to have a respectful way of questioning it, and the people that are talking to the person that's questioning the claim seem to be a little bit derogatory. A little bit of a kind of talking down to, so to speak. And I find that quite worrying, that civilization, that's where we are. If someone questions what they're taught both down to what they're doing.
I kind of have that as how things have been, forever. Anytime any new revelation comes around, the person who brings it around is immediately ostracized and cast out.
I mean, just a few years ago, people were put in prison for teaching the heliocentric model, right?
Exactly.
So
Galileo was like,
Right, exactly. So you just kind of go, right, somewhere between these two narratives is going to be something accurate, and can we at least have a civilized discussion so we can get to a point where we can go there? But we've got people on their phones coming up with the next argument, and I'm like, does it bother you that much that you have to get offended? It's not, I don't take it personally, but it's like, people do seem to take it personally. I think I did at one point looking into it. I kind of didn't want to acknowledge it was real. I just kind of ignored it, and bit by bit the conversation seems to be building momentum. Not so much about earth planes, but also poking holes in the theory of what's been taught.
It's all, it's all disruption.
All I know is what I've been taught.
Yeah, it's all disruption to the norm. And, part of the problem is like human vanity.
Correct.
We learn something and like we're like, okay, I accept this is right, and then like someone comes along and is like, hey, like that thing that you think is right, that might be wrong, and you're like, no way, am I like, I couldn't have fallen for that, like
because my ego won't allow me to correct. But I find that behaviour quite worrying, how these guys apparently don't know each other, but they're having a laugh and a joke together of the... That's the bit that I'm like, either it's egos or...
Well, this is our political system, like we got Republicans and Democrats, you got the conservatives and the other one.
Labour
and conservative, right?
Yeah.
And people group to form their tribes and defend themselves.
Because these are the same people that...
And that's where the lack of civilization comes in, right? Because it's them against us, it's me against them, it's I've got to be right, it's alpha male, it's alpha female, or it's one-upmanship, if you will. Yeah.
Like figuring out what the hell's going on.
Correct, yeah. Which is more like talking about the problems instead of working out what the solutions are, right? Which is what you would think here would be full of solutions, but it's not. That's the most thing I've been disillusioned with. You'd think everybody would have hours and hours and hours of solutions. But everywhere I go, it's just problem, 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 no solutions. Let's just argue about the problem for 5.5 years.
Like, I think this thing and you think this thing.
Correct.
And they're just a little bit
Correct. Yeah. Totally. So, yeah, I find one conversation to the next just as interesting as the last one to watch. Again, how he's respectful, and again, how he's rotten tomatoes are just thrown all the time, and he takes it on the chin and keeps going. It's brilliant. Okay, so I hope everybody is all right in the chat room just now. Yeah, Red Eye Jedi, that's exactly what we were just saying. It just kind of looks like egos with that kind of conversation. It's just not a productive conversation at all.
The other biggest problem is it's disorganized.
Yes,
you know?
yes, yes.
Because we keep jumping from like point to point, you know, like because everyone's just like trying to be right. And so like instead of like, you know, like we jumped away from this, and I feel like it's to have like a conclusion.
Thank you.
You know, like we were here and like we were like halfway through it, and then someone was like, oh well, like what about this other thing?
Correct.
It's like, well, no, like,
And that's exactly where I am with this. I'm still here, and everyone's having these, and I'm like, that's a deflection. Can we just get back to the actual argument we're trying to have? And that's the claim that's been made, and what observations have gone against that claim.
And that's one of the biggest problems with something like this is, you know, like there's, you know, what is it? It's more people have been to Antarctica, whether that exists or not or whatever, than have been to space, if anyone's ever actually been to space or not. You know, it's like.
Well, apparently the polls say now 1 in 3 people don't believe that we went to space.
I know. And there's a lot, you know, like.
Which, if it was real, why is that even a reality? That's the bit that gets me, because I know it's a self-evident truth that me and you are having this conversation right now, and you're stood there, and these people are all here, and I think I'm here anyway. You know,
I think therefore I should be, because
right.
that's what some famous person said.
Or I think therefore I'm not. If you know, we could, yeah, and
like the blonde-headed dude with the fuller that was here earlier.
Yeah.
You know, he was saying some good points about like, you know, like a lot of what we do is based on assumptions that, you know, we assume to be right. You know, that is true. And I like the way he said, you know, like about countries. You know, like he's like Japan. Like, how do you know Japan exists? You know, like I don't necessarily. You know,
correct.
Like, you know,
correct.
I've never been
All
there.
I know is what we've been taught.
Exactly. So like I know, you know, I dated a person who, like, you know, said her family was from Japan. I've learned about, you know, samurais and other Japanese history. I've learned about, you know, things that could lead me to believe that Japan's real.
Yeah.
In theory, that could all be.
Can you take it as a self-evident truth, though?
I can't. Like, I don't have, like, until I go there.
Until you physically go there on the ground, and that's where I'm at. I can only make assertions about what's going on in other countries, but until I've gone there and gone to the ground and seen for myself, it's not first-hand information, is it?
And that's kind of the same problem with this. It's like no one really knows. There is no, like, you know, because like basically everyone's sitting here yelling at each other like, hey, what's your proof?
Yeah.
And then
all that some people have done, even like myself, all that some people have done is gone out there and made natural repeated observations that go against the narrative of what we've been taught, which is why the argument's there in the first place, if you will. But I think as far as having an informed opinion, a lot of these arguments are not based on informed opinions. They're regurgitating things that can't be verified for themselves. And that's the bit where I'm like, not sure we should be having that conversation. Let's keep it here. Let's keep it there. Or, you know, let's keep it somewhere that we can have a civilized debate about it or discussion and come to a conclusion. Whereas all of these things that are happening, we've got no conclusion yet. Now we're on to the next argument and the next argument. And then before you know it, people are arguing about ice walls. So it's like, come on. Right, we know there's a coastline of Antarctica, but are we going to have a 3-hour argument about whether there's an ice wall or not? I think I would rather argue about water being contained. I'd rather argue with the point that how can we have a... Right, and how can we have a gas pressure without a container? I'm still looking for evidence of that. I can't find, and even when we look at the atmosphere and the vacuum of space, we're taught to believe that we've got the vacuum of space right beside our atmosphere, no membrane whatsoever, and we take it as a given, based on maths, based on formula, based on theories, and then because most people say it was gravity. Right, which gravity are you on about? Don't know. Wait a minute. Really? Is that where we are? You know, people will have the argument.
What is the gravity?
Right, and which one is it we're prescribing to? What one are we prescribing
They say, as I heard, the gravity is pulling me down. Okay, if I jump, what's pulling me up? Hold on. If I jump, what's pulling me up? No, but something's pulling me up. It's not me jumping. Something's pulling me up. I'm doing something that
You're exerting the force. You're exerting the force.
I'm doing
with your
something.
legs, yeah.
I'm doing something. Something's pulling me up. If I put the helium into balloon, okay, it's a gas. Doesn't matter. Something's pulling that balloon.
Hopefully
the air around
you
the
can hear what
balloon
we're
is
saying.
actually
I'll pop it
pushing
back on
the
me.
balloon up.
The air around the balloon.
Yeah, so it's basically like a bubble floating in water, right?
Okay.
Sorry if you guys can't
the
hear. I
bubble
can't do
is
anything
lighter
about
than
it.
the
I've
air,
got charged
or
the
the
phone.
bubble of air is lighter than the water, so the water is falling down underneath the bubble, which raises the bubble up.
Okay, that makes sense. Yeah.
And so it's the same concept with the balloon in the air.
Again, what is that force? What is that force that is pulling it up?
Can you
I
hear?
want to know that question. What is
Are
that
you able
force
to hear?
that is pulling it up?
The force
that is allowing it to happen.
Are you able to hear?
The best way I would describe that force, the only words I have to describe it would be gravity, right? And the gravity's not.
Yeah, but gravity is pulling me down.
Yep, 1 second. The gravity is pulling the water down.
And me.
Yep.
And you.
But for back to the bubble or the balloon, right?
Could we even say that the water's more dense than the air around it, so that's the reason it's gone to the bottom?
Yeah,
but
exactly.
But we are living in the water now. You are in the water.
Yeah. So right now
It's just less viscosity than the actual water.
So right now
is
we're
the
heavier.
ocean.
We're
Yeah?
heavier than the air, right?
Cool.
So the air
Yeah,
can't
flat ball
go
relative
underneath of us
density.
and pick us up,
That's where I'm going as well.
right? But if like a balloon.
Yeah, but what is that?
I
I just told you. We are living in the water like fish is living in the water. We are living in the water. This is
our
this
water.
space.
Yeah,
this,
yeah,
the space that
yeah,
we
yeah,
are in
yeah,
now.
yeah,
the
yeah.
space
I
that
can
we are in now,
I can agree with that as well. Yeah.
Up to the certain height.
Yeah.
For example, when the clouds are meeting, not really. How do you say that? Not really. I didn't really educate myself enough into this.
It's not a problem. We don't have to be educated to try and describe it. It's okay.
Fish is living in the water.
Yes.
Okay, so it's more the water with more
Dense. Density. Correct.
We call air that we breathe, which is water. If you go with
Less
your hand
dense.
like this, you
Less
feel
dense.
it.
Yeah.
You feel it.
Yeah.
You feel it.
Yeah.
I agree. Yes.
Yeah.
We breathe it. It's necessary for this bit of the atmosphere of the space.
Yep.
Atmosphere, for us. So basically, where the clouds are, what is creating a cloud? It's creating the cold air meeting the warm air.
Yep.
Same as you open your fridge at home.
Yep.
Yeah. You will see that
Exactly. Condensation.
Condensation going on. So basically, if you go above that certain height, I trust. I'm not going to say I believe because belief is something.
Understood. Yeah. Yeah.
So if you go up, for example, if you go up, I don't know, on some mountains, 4,000 or 5,000 kilometers, you will have problems breathing in, isn't it? Because the air is heavier for us, isn't it?
Yep.
So basically, if we go up more than that, then it's more condensed. It's more probably, I don't know. It's more again like the sea.
The atmosphere. The higher you go, the less dense the atmosphere is. Yeah. Okay.
Less dense.
Thicker.
Less.
What do you mean?
The higher, less.
The further you go away from.
This is why it's easier to make observations from much higher up, because the further down you get, the more dense the atmosphere is. The closer to the Earth's surface. Am I on the right path there? Yeah.
And that, and the way I would describe that is, that the gravity, for whatever that force is, the force pulling us down is stronger, closer to the Earth.
And for me personally, I'm okay with not using gravity at all and just
Yeah.
calling everything relative density.
Relative density.
I'm good with that. I'm good with that.
It
Yeah.
doesn't make any sense, gravity. I can use relative.
Works for me all the time.
Yeah, I just say gravity because that's the only way I
people
know
may
how
have an
to say
issue
it.
because of force. Force is exerted,
Yeah.
but I would say independent movement is fine. Yeah, that's an okay scenario for me. Birds move independently, you move independently, I move independently, I can drive a car to move independently. That tree will move when the wind blows. So my reasoning for that is the apple didn't fall from the tree because of gravity. The apple fell off the tree because it became too dense for the twig that was holding it, so the twig had to let go. Obviously the apple is more dense than the air around it, so it will sink to the bottom of whatever it is, but nothing is pulling it. It's just the fact that it's moving through what's less dense than it. It would cause its own motion to do that.
So,
Does that make sense?
Yeah. So that would make sense. So then my question for that is like, what stops me from being able to like?
Because you're more dense in the air that we're stood in. Obviously, we're doing this on a premise that we're not spinning in the first place.
Yeah.
Because if we do that, then we're on that kind of tangent. So if we just took for a second that we were a stationary plane, that there's no need to bring gravity into the equation at all. Once upon a time, there was no need for humans. Humans had perfect explanations for things before gravity came. Relative density was pretty much it. Everything was relative to what it was in. And to this day, if someone jumps out a window, they're going to hit the floor because they're more dense than the air around it.
This is true. This is true.
And speed is what would stop that. That's why a plane's able to stay up. That's why the birds can't go that high because it will get so high that the air around it becomes so thin it can't fly fast enough. So hopefully that hasn't offended anyone in the chat room, but that's just hopefully I didn't say we. Hopefully I wasn't speaking for anyone else. That was just my personal view. But I would rather say I don't prescribe. That's just what I can account for with what I'm observing. I feel like if we're going to talk about gravity, I'd rather know what gravity we're talking about. We're talking about Newtonian or Einsteinian, because one of them is not even used anymore. And it's quite funny, at the university that we debated at, they used the one that wasn't even used anymore, which we thought was a bit of a schoolboy error, but you will have people that are using gravity, versions of gravity, that are not even the current science. So if we're using things that aren't used as current science for our basis of argument for what we're taught, my statement is, if what we were taught was so accurate, we shouldn't even be able to have a discussion. The discussion shouldn't even be entertained, but it is entertained because there are some muddy waters with what we've been taught.
Yeah.
It's a shame. And I don't think anyone, that's saying shooting the messenger. I think everyone that has this message does so with a little bit of a heavy heart, because it's like, really, if we're going to question some of the things that we took as a given, then buckle up, because it's going to be a bit of a bumpy ride, if you know what I mean.
It's like he was saying about the House of Cards, and back to the ego thing, it opens up all the room for all the other questions, like, well, this thing, like you were saying, this thing that I know, or that I thought I knew is a lie, then like, maybe what else has been lied to me
And
about?
I think as long as you can get yourself fundamentally to a point where you're okay with whatever the outcome is, even if it is a ball, and it's just not the one that we've been taught, cool, just be 100% with me. I just don't want to live my life not knowing, and only not knowing because I've been taught something. If they don't know, just tell us you don't know. Hiya, you're right. Just tell us you don't know. Instead of giving us a narrative that's false and making us live and die in this realm. And I'm not saying I have proof of that, but that would be horrendous if I was to live and die in this reality, having never been connected to the truth. And people say, why the lie? I don't know why they're lying, but I think one good thing would be to keep us from what created us. Given that, you look at the Big Bang Theory, it's almost like it's a program as well, the Big Bang Theory. It's a theory, but it's taught you know, and perpetuated the propaganda as if it's gospel. And that's the bit that I have a gripe with, because I think we've got born into that. None of us got to opt in or opt out, or were given the choice. Would you like to be taught the heliocentric model or not? Because if you do, understand, we'll put it in the programming, we'll put it in the movies, every orifice of your life. If you don't, opt out now and we'll give you a choice, but we don't get that. And if they're going to teach us a model, just teach us them all, or none. You know, but they've got us shooting exams up. They've got us regurgitate some information so that we go into the workforce, other countries' labour force. And then we go into the whole human trafficking, labour forces, trade embargoes, and then the construct of the system in which we live in. And then it doesn't get very far to realise that we're just in a major part of some sort. I don't mean that in a whole, we're in like maze, what is it, Maze
Matrix.
Runner? Or, yeah, I don't mean it like that.
In a simulation.
But if I wanted to walk away, let's say I had £15 billion in my bank account when I said, I've had enough of this. Show me some land that's not governed, please, because I'm off. Whatever you want me to pay for it, I'll pay for it. You know, whatever. I've got all the money I need.
Yeah.
Can I have some?
I don't know if there really is any. No.
You know, even people that live off grid in Alaska. Is it the Yukon River that goes through Alaska? I think it might be, yeah. So they'll have like maybe 200 or 300 acres homesteading. They've had their farm there for generations. Can't fish in the Yukon 52 weeks of the year though. No, I don't think so. Fishing's regulated.
There's 52 weeks in the year.
No.
So you can't fish at all?
Well, they can fish for windows because the fishing's now regulated. But what worries me is that even in lands that's supposedly, you know, theirs, the Yukon goes through their land. They will get arrested and thrown in prison if they fish out of season.
Yeah.
So they're not on ungoverned lands. They're ungoverned until they meet the junction of the crossroads.
I'm sure they're governed under all the laws of Alaska.
Oh, of course. I'm just using that as a, you know, they claim to be living a life of as close to a nomad as you can get. But no, in actual fact, you're still playing the same game as us all. You're just playing under a different circumstance.
And they tell them if you press this button, it's going to piece of land.
Yeah.
But there's no government. There's no you know.
You can't see them.
My trust is, since you're born, since your parents give you the birth certificate, you become a part of this society and you become a slave.
Of course,
The same second your parents give you, will get
the birth certificate. Yeah.
Done. You are done. You are in the system.
Yeah.
You are done.
Yeah.
You know, I don't want that.
Well, you're not even your parents anymore, because if your parents don't show that the duty of care is there, the government will step in and say, we'll look after the child. You don't care that you gave birth to it and it's yours. We've decided you're not doing a good job. Give us the child. Don't care. Initial response team, we don't ask questions, we'll take the child. Now we'll have the child in our care. Don't worry about the institutional abuse that goes on in the care home.
Because we don't want parents raising children. We just want
labour
people, successfully raised to be useful members of society.
Contributing.
Contributing. That's the cliche.
That's the one. Yes, contributing to society. And if you're not, then we're not going to allow you to play the game like everybody else. It's not a fair system that it's built.
And of course they define what a contributing member of society is.
And if you don't conform to that, and that even goes into right down at grassroots level, keeping up with the Joneses. You'll have number 10 gets their loft done, number 5 gets their driveway done, now number 15 needs to get a new car.
Because if you did the same...
And did we go on one holiday this year or 2? Perhaps we should do 3, because the Joneses down the road living on 4 can't be seen to be left behind. And that's, everyone's running for that point B. I have to hurry up to get the next paycheck, to book the next holiday, to buy the next car, and then the life of consumers.
They never stop, look around and enjoy.
With all the other shit that you have. And then you're looking at to go in the shops. For example, let's go to the shops. Look at Tesco, look at the Sainsbury's, look at all those things. You buy. I brought an apple a month ago, mate. A month ago. I just left them in the flat just to see what was going to happen. They were literally, I swear to God, mate, 25 to 28 days in the flat, they were exactly the same.
They're covered in wax, aren't they? Don't they cover them in something?
Exactly.
Yeah.
All comes from that from the food we eat.
Yeah.
Then you go to the doctor. The doctor's going to give you tablets.
Yes,
Tablets
that's it.
don't work, you will go to the hospital.
Of course, yeah.
Then they will put you, if you have a cancer
Hopefully
or something,
you can hear, guys.
then they
Are
will
you
put
able to hear?
how do they call that shit?
Put it a little bit closer to me. Hopefully you can hear.
It's billions. Trillions of these companies.
Yeah,
There's, I think, three or
got
four
issues
now.
with the charger. I'm still looking at like 20%. It's not charging properly. It's like trickle charge coming from it. A bit closer.
Our age as humans.
Can you hear me now?
Supposed to be from they say 90 to 120. That is your average. From 90 to 120 years is your average years.
Thank you, Jason. Thank you so much for being here this afternoon. I really appreciate it.
60, 70.
Guys, I'm going to be back. I'm just going to take my camera around the other side of the fence, yeah? Guys, I'm just putting the camera around this side of the fence, yeah? Okay, gonna come over to this side of the fence now. And just gonna pop that there for a second. You guys see those guys there. I felt that conversation went really well. I felt that we came to kind of a mutual understanding. Bye, Jason, darling. Hope you have a great Sunday. I felt that the conversation was good. We met halfway about a few things. I was pleased to see that the gravity argument did not get too horrendous. And yeah, that's probably about it for today. I'm going to wrap it up. This phone is becoming like somewhat of a nightmare. It just does not want to charge. I'm going to be back at Speaker's Corner again at the end of the month at May, last Sunday in May. I'll be here again to do this all over again. I will also be premiering mine and Robin's podcast with Deep Inside the Rabbit Hole tomorrow night at 9 p.m. Look out for the upload for that later on this evening. So that'll be 9 p.m. tomorrow evening with myself and Robin interviewing Deep Inside the Rabbit Hole. 9 p.m. tomorrow, and I think I'm going to go live again on Tuesday with Dolly Daydream and a couple of other people, and that'll probably be about 8:30 on Tuesday, and then I'll be back again on the Monday with the Global Eye Response with Jason and Robin. So yeah, we'll play you out a little bit with Dave. I'm going to give you a little walk around and show you everything that's going on. As I said, the place is still really busy. Yeah, still loads of people here. Good loads of people. So, loads of people looking at the banner. I think we've had a really, really positive day. We've had a lot of constructive conversations. I hope you've enjoyed watching, and next time I will get the mic sorted again and get a Bluetooth mic so I can take the microphone closer to the conversations. And if you have any suggestions or any constructive criticism or comments, pop them in the comment section and I'll be sure to get back to you. Yeah, the only reason you consider living in London, Speaker's Corner. Love it. Excellent work, Roxanne. Thanks, Amanda Panda. Tapa, thank you so much for being here. David, Zimmerel, you're welcome, my darling. Brian Mabbit. Master Bevs, thanks for being here. Q Smith, Flat Earth Mother, Amanda Effie, Globe Denier, The Astral Thief, Lulu Bear, Juan Carlos, Billy Wazza, Kimmy Spreadbra, Bible Literalist, The Astral Thief, Oxbro, Billy, Tupper 7, Shire Eyes to See, Cammy My Darling, Astro King, Saucy London, Bling Bling. Hey! Almost, yeah, almost. And I will see you again soon.